Welcome to the first and potentially only episode of the Gamer Caper. This is where I cruelly pit friends, coworkers, and people who read about each other's power rankings on Reddit against each other in games of wit, deceit, and wordplay. Today we are joined by part of the gang from the Overwatch League broadcast, as well as Plat Chat, a channel of podcasts and auxiliary Overwatch and Valorant content, and also by the gang from Tactical Crouch, who do the exact same thing, just not on the official broadcast, with a lower budget, no sponsors, they're older, less attractive, not as many people watch, and two of them are American instead of British, sort of like the shittier American version of the In-Betweeners, you know? Yeah. So,
Jesus.
Not wrong.
For the record, though, our preseason power rankings were higher than all three of those.
Yeah,
so,
okay. Yeah, sure.
I mean, you know the reason for that, though? You know the reason? It was because of Custer. It was because of Custer.
Yeah, blame Custer. Let's blame Custer.
Yeah,
let's blame the one guy who isn't here. All right, got it.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right, cool. So for the purposes of the games, I will be splitting these guys up, though. So above me, we have Team Plat Crouch, which is captained by Joshua Sideshow Wilkinson. When watching Josh's gameplay...
Why is Josh the captain?
Because he knows how the games work. When I was pitching this to you guys, he was like the kind of one of the few people who had seen the show and was familiar with the format. And also the way a lot of these games work is that
and you're dumb as a spud.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna find
you guys have to come to like a conclusion as a team together, and basically the captain gets final say, but he has to like take into account your.
Oh no!
Why would you put me on your team if you're claiming I'm dumb as a spud?
Wait, did you pick?
I didn't get to choose, did I?
I
Oh, you didn't get to choose?
I picked you two on the same team because I figured you'd know too much about each other, so it would be really hard to think of a fact that the other one wouldn't know. But it might be easier to think of a fact that maybe Johnny doesn't know, which is why he's in another team.
See, you're both dumb.
Trust me, no one's getting my fact. No one.
All right.
He's been He's been
prime
us.
So, to introduce Josh, when watching Josh's gameplay, people have often remarked, oh, if I had $1 for every time he threw a game, I'd be a millionaire. Well, you'll be pleased to know that with all his sponsors, Josh has single-handedly put win trading on the FBI's list of a white-collar crime. On his left is John KickedTripod Horseman. John is incredibly kind, fiercely loyal, fluffy, loves to play ball. No, wait, I'm describing a golden retriever.
Jesus.
My bad, sorry. And on Josh's right, on Team Plat Crouch, we have Brennan Hook, who says he's a himbo, and I have to agree. If you look it up in the dictionary, you'll see a picture of Bren. Himbos are supposed to be beefy, kind, and extremely stupid, which is why his dictionary has pictures.
Wow.
For our second team, below me, we have Team Tactical Chat, captained by none other than Yiska. Yiska's a journalist, and even though English is his second language, his vocabulary is absolutely immense. It's a shame he never uses any of those words to make any goddamn sense.
Yeah.
There it is.
Misusing vocabulary all the time as well.
I had to copy edit for you for like 2 years. That was a nightmare.
Have him pronounce psychologist.
Yeah. We also have Volamel on Team Tactical Chat. Trust me, guys, Joe is genuinely one of the best, most engaging writers out there, crafting narratives and stories that tug at your heart with such deep care and respect for the history and legend of esports. You'll have to trust me, because none of you are going to read any of his articles to find out.
There it is. There we go. Yep.
It was coming. I saw that one coming. Yeah.
And finally, reinforces here as well. Johnny is in a lot of content, but rather cruelly, Johnny often gets mentioned only at the end of introductions as a sort of throwaway. Anyways, let's get into this. All right.
Just fucking get a move on.
I cannot believe. Yeah.
Let's just roast Johnny for another 90 minutes.
So
I'd be
sorry,
okay.
Johnny. I love you. All right, so let's get into the games. This first game is called This Guy Kinda Sus. These teams take turns to read out statements that I give them. 2 of them will read out a lie, and 1 of them will read out the truth. The other team then gets a few minutes to ask as many questions as they can, poke, prod, interrogate, and mock the lying team. Whenever I feel like they should reach their decision, I will ask them to choose whichever player they think is telling the truth. If they get it right, they get points. Chat will also vote on which player they think is telling the truth, and if you guys get it right and the team that's playing doesn't, the team gets negative points. So you have,
really?
Whoa.
so
That's
you have
brutal.
a big opportunity to fuck over the teams here. So this first round we're gonna have.
Can we make trades?
It's too late for
We
that
trade-
now. It's all
Who
been
did
set
you
up.
want to trade from our team?
How would you possibly want to trade?
Myself.
Get off of the losing squad. I see how it is. Thanks, guys, for all these follows and subs, by the way. I don't have time to read them all out, but I see you and I hear you and I love you all. So
Walling, classic.
Dude, class.
Yeah.
I'm learning from the best, honestly.
Another white-collar crime. Robbing the people and not mentioning them.
Literally fraudulent. Okay, so Team Plat Chat, we're going to start with you guys. I'm going to DM you all of your round 1 statements, and you're going to read them out one at a time.
I can't honestly.
I don't remember.
No,
They were
that's
too
us.
close.
So Joe,
We're the Plat Crouch.
Joe,
Oh, okay.
Yiska, and Johnny are Team Tactical Chat, and John, Sideshow, and Bren are Team Plat Crouch. So I'm going to individually DM you these things
Clat
now.
Crouch.
Clat Crouch, whatever. So
Cockroach.
that one is
What idea.
yours, Josh. That one is yours. And Bren, you will be reading this out. And John, you will be reading this out. So Josh, would you like to read out your statement first?
Absolutely, yeah. As captain of Team Practical Crouch, I'll go for it.
Sure.
All right. I once ran over a wild rabbit with my car, and then when going back to put it out of its misery, ran over another different wild rabbit.
Okay, and Bren, would you like to read yours out?
I was a regular at the Gloucester Police volleyball games.
That's brilliant. Cool. Thank you so much to Fraudino for the 10 gifteds. It's very generous. That's brilliant. Okay, and John, would you like to read yours out?
In high school, I was in a band called Hard Boys for months until my mom forced me to change the name.
Hard boys.
All right, so Team Tactical Chat, ask them any questions you want. You have an indefinite amount of time. I will tell you when your time is up. It doesn't really matter.
I have to ask again, how many are true and how many are false? What's the ratio?
Only one of those is true, and
All
2 of
three are
those are
true.
false. Sure, yeah, in your hearts, maybe.
John, what kind of instrument did you play on the Hard Boys?
A bass guitar.
Huh. Okay. Plausible.
1962 Fender Precision bass. Shout out
That's
to,
just the one you
Uber.
own.
Yes, I play basses that I own.
I mean, you could have sold it, you know, maybe traded it for something.
I play most instruments I play are the ones that I own.
How long do you own like an instrument? Because you couldn't have had it for like 20 years. That's not
It
how
was
long
my
a
dad's.
bass
It was
guitar
my
lives.
dad's. So my dad's. It was my dad's bass. He gave it to me. You can
Right.
see. You can see the
Oh my
amp.
God, he actually has
Is that
it.
the Hard Boys bass?
Oh wow.
That
The
is.
mix of
That
Hard
might
Boys
be the
thing?
Hard Boys bass. I don't know.
He's really creatively selling this, but I'm calling bullshit. We played enough among us to tell. I can tell by his
Okay,
voice.
let's
Wait till
you
you
know,
hear the other
peruse
ones
the others.
I want to know. What
Oh,
was,
you can jump the gun if you want.
I want to hear. Okay, you were in a band called Hard Boys. What were your songs called?
Got softies for your sister. Twist these nips. And
Okay, good.
stop picking me last in dodgeball.
Okay.
That's classic
Yeah.
high school pop
Good,
stuff.
good,
I feel
yes.
like I can hear it in my head as he says.
sounds very
Right next to a day to remember. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, no.
tracking here.
Better than my high school band, that's for sure.
Okay.
So, Sideshow, what kind of car were you driving as you double killed these poor bunny rabbits?
This was the Morris Minor that I drive, the 1964 classic Morris Minor.
Beautiful car, by the way.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful, but it's also janky, and you can't see out of the windows particularly well if the weather isn't good. So if it's raining or if it's foggy and that kind of stuff, you really can't see where you're going particularly well. And the wing mirrors don't work. Like it's not a prime driving experience.
What month of the year was it?
Month of the, I don't know, spring sometime, I think. I don't know what month exactly it was.
What?
I didn't mark it in my calendar. Today was the day I slaughtered a small family of rabbits.
I'm just curious, you know, if you said it was like October, it would have been more likely to be bad weather, and so therefore, you know, it would have been...
I'm not saying it was bad weather. I'm just trying to describe the car.
Oh, so there wasn't bad weather when you drove over the 2 rabbits.
Look at Detective Johnny
it
go.
was lovely and sunny.
So, what plan did you have how to dispose of the first rabbit? How did you want to kill him?
Well, I was in the car with my little sister, and I don't have a plan for what to do when I hit an animal when I'm driving. These are the only 2 animals I've ever hit, by the way, whilst driving a car. And when I went, my sister was just distraught that we had bumped over something. It's very evident when you hit a small animal.
Right.
Because the car goes, ba-dum. And so she wanted me to go back and make sure that we hadn't just injured it. I don't know what her plan was, but I was kind of playing to the whims of my little sister, who's like 6-7 years younger than me. Yeah, 7, 8 years.
I know we're on the same team. I'm just gonna.
False. He doesn't know his age of his own sister.
I know we're on the same team
Yeah,
here, but why
I ran
would
over
you?
my sister, and then I went back for the rabbit.
No!
Why would you?
Interrogating me. My subordinate is interrogating me.
I've got a couple of questions. There's not. Why would you show your sister a dead rabbit?
Show?
I'm not showing her it. I'm not mounting it like a trophy on the front of my car. It is heavily evident because while driving, she's looking out the window. I'm paying attention to the road because it's sunny and I have to really pay attention to the road. And she sees a rabbit, doesn't say anything because there's rabbits everywhere. I run it over and she's like, "Oh, you just hit a rabbit. You have to go back and check." Oh. So I pulled over, turned around and went back for it.
Just thought I'd tie the strands together.
I'm not planning on going and presenting it to her like, ta-da, this is what I did. I'm not proud of it.
Like I know you came from a pretty poor area in Britain, right? Is that right?
Yes, but that doesn't correlate.
Did it ever cross your mind that you kind of hunted dinner right there? Did you kind of want to pick it up?
I don't know how to feel about that.
I actually do. Yeah, I've actually hunted rabbits before. Not because my family was so poor that all we could eat was some boiled rabbit stew in the cold, dark Dickensian winters of Middlesbrough. There aren't that many rabbits flying around the middle of the town centre. This was out in the slightly more wealthy countryside. I mean, not that you are wealthy when you pass through the countryside. It doesn't bestow wealth upon you, but. Yeah, I didn't think about
I got a few questions for Bren here, because we haven't interrogated Bren yet.
Right.
You say you were a regular at the Gloucester volleyball games, yeah? Could you give me one volleyball term whatsoever?
Sure, the libero, which is the defender in position.
Homeboy has seen Haikyuu, and I'm so happy about it.
I played the middle blocker because I was the tallest.
Honestly, I think he just picked a random Overwatch League player name, and he just got really lucky with liberal.
I'm not a fucking weave, so I wouldn't know.
You could have asked him, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Bum God, that's the name of a position, isn't it?"
Yeah, totally.
I just finished Haikyuu for the first time, man.
Yeah.
That was great.
I don't know. He said middle blocker,
it's...
and immediately it's just like, wow, that kind of makes sense.
It definitely makes sense.
But how did you meet that group? Like, why?
So this was before I got into esports. I was around 2021, and I was redoing my education to go back into university, and I wanted to get into a sport so that I wouldn't be so that I could basically go to university and I would be able to just join a club and meet other people, and I decided to specialize in sports that would be good for my height. So I started trying to learn basketball, And the alternative to that was also volleyball. And when I did the research in Gloucester, there was only... The trouble is when you're trying to get into sports at a late age, at like the age of 20, is that basically there's not many clubs really open, especially for niche sports like volleyball. And the only one that was available was the Gloucester Police Force, where they met up every weekend for a game of volleyball. So I basically just turned up and started being a regular.
I have some questions for you. Did they ever try to recruit you while you were playing volleyball with them?
To the police force?
Yeah.
No, I think they just thought I was a bit strange.
They didn't even want him on his volleyball team.
You or anything? I feel like
No.
All right. Well, sure.
How are you guys
The
feeling?
microphone's
Like,
broken again.
yeah, I feel like Sideshow story is the most likely.
Yeah, Sideshow story is definitely the most likely, but I don't think you could kill anything, and so therefore it's sort of...
Well, it's not like he intentionally
What?
ran him over.
Do you think he has a paladin aura and therefore can't? Or
No, I mean, it's Overwatch gameplay. I just seen it unlikely. Even at Nintendo, like, it doesn't happen.
I mean, I will say it was
feed his
completely
family, so
accidental.
could be rabbits. Okay. Bren has sort of
Is
started
my
to
mic
win me
better,
over
chat?
with the volleyball
Yeah.
kind
Cool.
of thing
Thanks,
here.
guys.
But just because it's that middle blocker, like it could just...
he watched the sports anime, 100%. Like,
No.
John already gave it away.
Maybe it's from anime. Maybe it was his volleyball anime. I never thought of that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it
where
could
comes from.
be. So this is the thing, is that like it felt like John was kind of scrambling and like definitely brought in some spice.
I mean, the
Definitely
songs gave it away. There's no way, right?
So, I'm sorry. I understand the game now, and honestly, we just played covers, and we were a Christian band. I played in my youth.
Okay. What covers did you play?
Christian band called Hard Boys? What the fuck?
Well, they transitioned, I'm guessing.
Like it was hard rock. Like we were trying to take
you
Christian
Hard Boys
songs
for
and
God.
make them
You were
harder.
actually too stupid. I understand now.
Jesus
It wasn't
and
like
the
an
Hard Boys.
intentional stupid
We're
I
young
understand.
Christian boys.
Okay.
Didn't know I even had.
That's a lie that he breaks it
between
around
my
really well.
knees
Listen,
and my
he's-
belly button until I was 19 years old.
This makes sense to me. He's from the Midwest. It works out.
Rural Minnesota. Google it. See what you find. So no, we played like mostly covers. So like a lot of like casting
Don't say it.
crowns.
DMCA.
Casting Crowns, Newsboys, David Crowder, of course.
I've never heard
Sorry,
of any of those.
I understand the game now.
It's
I don't
really
even.
going crazy for Hard Boys for Jesus. Okay, so
Okay, let's entertain
I'm gonna run the
the
poll.
idea, right? Let's entertain the idea that he just understood the game.
Yes.
So were you freaking out that he sort of deviated from the story?
me?
Is Blue listening?
I
Yeah.
don't think Blue
Why
cares.
would I be freaking out? I don't give a fuck what you
I
guys
don't
do.
think it's fair to
It's your game. Go play the fucking game. I don't know.
What the hell is that? This is why we
So I
don't
think
play
there's-
Among Us with Yiska, by the way.
There's two likely stories, right? Either Sideshow had the most unlucky spring, or Bren actually
That's so
plays with
unlikely,
cops.
though. I mean, that's very
I mean,
unlikely,
yeah.
unless there was like a herd of rabbits just running over the road, and it just
There
happens.
was.
I
There
feel like
was.
I would have heard. I feel like I would have heard from Bren if he played volleyball like in his earlier life, because he would have been proud of that. You know, he would have been like, "Yeah, I used to play volleyball."
But it's
with
just
police
it sounded like it was just pickup games. Is there any kind of clarification there, Bren? These are just like, you know, Tuesday at the bike racks?
I mean, they played in a wider circuit, but I was a regular.
I totally
at
fucked
the,
up this poll. I'm so stupid. I wrote who's
I was-
lying, and only one person is telling the truth.
This is crucial. This is
God, I'm
crucial
so
information here,
dumb.
baby Blue. Bren, circuits.
No, carry on, baby blue.
Yeah. 4v3, let's go.
I'm
He
so
might be
dumb.
meta strategizing us so hard.
I don't
just telling
know.
it very terribly.
I'm not sure.
There's one
Yeah, that's-
truth and two lies, and I literally fucked up the poll so bad. I'm so stupid.
So okay, so
Yeah, there was a wider. Go ahead, yeah.
no, I'm quite inclined to pick Sideshow here because it implies that we do believe he is very stupid, and I do think that is apt. So therefore, I think him driving over two rabbits trying to like. I don't know what you were trying to do with the first one. Just bury the first one. I feel like that's very on brand, and therefore I feel.
Yeah.
Did we ask him what he did
every
with
single
the
one of his stories has some like smaller animal just like being tormented. It's the same shit with the squirrel in your apartment.
Capture a squirrel? Yeah.
I did capture a squirrel. I did not deliberately capture the squirrel in order to make it into roadkill. That would be particularly cruel. To release it in front of me along the road, like, run, little squirrel, run!
All right, do we gotta make a final decision here, or do we gotta wait for a chat poll to work out?
You have to make a final decision. The chat poll will end in like 30 seconds, anyways. So I think Joe and Johnny should tell me what you guys think. And Yiska gets the final say, but he should listen to you by all rights.
Okay, I think we'll listen to Volamel for the first time and actually give him a chance of speaking his mind.
I'm definitely torn between Sideshow and Bren. It is likely that maybe Bren, you know, stumbled into some sort of flyer and showed up and there was a police uniformed volleyball, you know, game going on.
This man dressed up as a wizard and went out to get like drinks or fast food, like in a taxi. Like, there's no way he's joined up with the police force to play.
I don't think he meant to. That's the thing. I don't think it was on purpose.
No, it was intentional because they were the only group that were doing volleyball games. Yeah, they were the only group doing volleyball games.
All right. Okay. I'll actually.
If I'm losing to this, I'm not even feeling bad, dude.
The chat poll is done, so you guys should make a decision. Johnny,
okay. Well, as much as I can see Sideshow killing two rabbits, I actually have to sort of believe Bren here in that he played middle blocker for the police force in a volleyball game.
And Yiska, your final decision, based on what your teammates have said.
Thing is, I'm also metagaming in the sense that you had to personally come up with the lies.
Yes, that's true.
That's why we don't.
So now I'm thinking, what are you capable of inventing? And would you go to that specific location in the UK?
God, you're so fucking old. Shut up and get on with it.
I have spent over $500 on all 6 of you
outsourcing.
Combined.
Wow.
No, in terms of just watching and paying for watching your content.
Did you get body pillows?
No body pillows.
I want a body pillow.
Just subs, bits, and donos. It's over $500.
Onlyfans.com/sideshow for body pillows if anyone's
interested. So
make sure to use a VPN.
What do you think I'm capable of, Yiska? Because you can metagame. It's pretty metagame proof as far as I'm concerned. I don't think you could do it.
Damn.
Right. So again, what was the short answer for you two? Joe, what did you say?
I'm going with
I said Bren.
They both went Bren. You would have to be pretty obtuse.
I'm feeling Sideshow, but I guess we're going Bren then.
Okay. And I can reveal that is correct. And you saved yourself. You saved yourself a booming from chat because they also got it correct. Bren was a regular at the Gloucester Police volleyball games, a tradition he carries forth to this day by making sure to make contact with as many Moria damage orbs as possible.
Why did you not grill me harder, you know?
I felt pretty confident because like a lot of your like explanation really wasn't all that funny. It was just real. It felt truthful.
It's weird.
What the fucking point of the game is supposed to be?
Let's be real. That's on me.
But we have hard boys.
We have hard boys.
I mean, two were kind of funny, and then yours was just a story. That's why I was just like
so much for nobody's going to figure out your story, right? It's already blown out.
All right, let's turn the tables here.
Absolutely.
Let's look how the turntables
way ahead of you. So
okay, 5 seconds. I'm getting coffee. 5 seconds.
Sure, why not?
Fuck
you want
you,
to throw
Johnny.
down some fucking words in like a second?
Do you guys do this on? Do you guys do this on Plat Chat?
Yeah.
You just get up and leave.
Yeah.
Bren does that the most, I think, is from my experience.
You guys get like 12 times the viewers we do, and he just gets up and leaves.
Okay, that was
part of the charm.
5 seconds. Okay.
Coffee.
Yeah, I just got more coffee. It took 5 seconds. What did you do? What productive thing did you do in those 5 seconds?
Well, we couldn't do anything because you were gone.
Tactical chat, team tactical chat. Shut the fuck up. I've sent you your fucking things. Yiska, would you like to read out your statement first?
Sure. When I was an extremely young child, I refused to let an even smaller child borrow my balloon unless her parents agreed to pay for it if it popped.
All right, I vote Yiska. Are we done?
I wish I could comment
Sideshow, I
on
vote
this.
Yiska.
Okay,
That's true.
all right. I'm very taken with that
Joe,
one, but we
would you
should
like
hear the
to
others.
read out yours, Joe?
I have 2 different birthdays for 2 different groups of friends so that I can celebrate twice a year.
Are you
Either the queen or a psychopath.
psychopath? Is what I was
You
gonna
might
say.
be the Zodiac killer if that's true.
Ed Cruz and me. Have you seen either of us in the same room? I'm just saying.
It's good fun.
I almost want to agree with Volamel on this one.
Yeah,
All
right.
right.
So do I.
All right, Johnny. What's yours?
When I was 15, I started a music YouTube channel that got over 700,000 views within a year.
All right.
Okay.
Team Plat Crouch, go to town.
You got a question?
Johnny, what type of music? Like, did you sing or play an instrument or what?
No, it wasn't my music. It was other people's music, and I just
You're
uploaded
just a young
other people's
YouTube
music.
Napster. Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
Johnny.
What,
like
what year
EDM
are
and
we
stuff.
talking about here, Jonathan?
Um,
What time of your life is this?
2012.
Eric and chat wants to know if it was Christian hard rock. That
8
is
years ago. So you're in your late teens then.
Dude,
Wait, how old are you?
700K views is
Yeah,
a big
I
deal
was
in
like 16.
2012.
That's Wrath
You
of
were-
the Lich King numbers right there.
You were 16, and this music channel that you were creating was getting 700,000 views
And
Yep.
Hard
per
Rock
video.
covers-
That's not channel.
You were just re-uploading
then,
music.
Yeah, no, then the entire channel got over 700. I didn't get 700,000 views per video. That's
Right, the entire
Yeah.
channel. How many videos are we talking? What was your upload schedule like?
10 videos, like one a week.
So you only ran this for a fifth of the year then?
Yeah.
Can we circle back to Johnny if we need to? Circle back to
I'd
him?
like to continue the interrogation here, honestly, because I feel like we've got him on the ropes.
What the
What's
fuck?
so, Jonathan? If it was going so well, if you had 700,000 views in 2012, what put you off after a fifth of the year? You're 20% through 2012 with 700,000 views, uploading random EDM tracks. Why'd you stop?
It just took so long to like render the videos and stuff because it kind of got like annoying. So what would happen was I had like a pretty advanced like graphic for the music videos, and I rendered it in like After Effects or something like that. I think it was After Effects, and it was like a pretty advanced like video kind of graphic to it.
remember.
And so I would put it on in the morning before I went to school, and then I would let it render as I was in school. But sometimes it would like bug out, and so like I'd come home after like 7 hours of rendering the video, and it'd just be like an error or something. And it got so annoying to put it on rendering before school and coming home to like errors and stuff and not figuring out how to do it smoothly, that I just kind of like got lazy and just didn't continue it.
How did you get After Effects to render videos longer than 30 seconds?
I mean that was 2012. I can't really remember exactly like the settings and stuff. But it took
it's
a
in the
really long
composition
time.
settings, Jonathan.
Yeah, but I was 16 at
I've
the
got a
time. I didn't
question.
know how rendering videos and stuff worked. It took a really long time.
I just
You're
wrote After
20.
Effects, like,
How
last
old are you now?
week.
31. You
Shit.
still don't know how rendering videos.
31. 31. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh no.
What in the Lord's name, Mr. Hardboys? Take a fucking chill pill. 31.
This is why they call me the hard boy, by the way. It's because these types of interactions.
hard.
I'm all in
No
it.
one ever
What's
called you.
what was the channel called, Johnny?
We have
Online
other
mu-
people to interrogate.
You do have
Oh, we
other
got
people
plenty of
interrogate.
time.
You
Is there a time limit? Is there a time limit?
This has already gone kind of over time, so maybe this should be a little faster.
Yeah, maybe you should talk to other people.
Okay.
I'll give you guys as much time as they had, but then the
Yeah,
next
we had-
rounds might be next round
All right.
might be faster.
All right. Leave it to Tactical Crouch to
on
get
then.
things moving on time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I
Tactical
want to
chat,
interrogate.
please.
I want to interrogate Yiska. How old were you when
Right.
this situation happened with the balloon?
I believe like 7.5 or something like that.
7.5 is very specific.
Something like that.
Something like 7.5.
Something like 7.5.
So,
Yeah,
so 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Right.
7 3/4.
Who was this person that was asking to borrow your balloon?
It was actually my neighbor. Like we lived in a building, and they
Did you
like
live in a
it was
building?
2 sisters, and the older one was I believe 8 months older, and the younger one is like 2 years younger. Sorry, and they asked it was okay. I'm revealing my age a little bit here, but it was one of these.
It was when balloons
Aladdin.
were first invented.
Oh, please.
It was for the first time. How's the Disney movie
Before that,
called?
people just had to hold balloons like that. But now they've invented string.
They did figure out the string part, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like
It was with Aladdin, you said. It was
Yeah.
like the release of the movie or something.
Yeah.
In 1994.
It was like these on marketplaces that you sometimes have just like a dude running around with balloons.
Oh, so you were
That's a
out in
thing.
public though.
That's
You were
a
out in
thing.
public with
Yeah, of
your
course.
neighbors. You weren't at home when your neighbor asked you, because when you're at home, you are very close to your neighbor because they're your
Yeah.
neighbor. But when you're out in public, you don't tend to flock around with the people that live close to you.
I mean,
So
we
why
were
were you out
pretty
with
much
Yiska,
pretty much
what year were you born?
1987.
Why did he have
So-
to
Did you have to think
Aladdin,
about that?
Aladdin comes out in 1992, and they're celebrating it, but you were born in 1987, so you're 7.5 years old, but you're also 5.5 years old.
What? Wait, explain that math to me.
Aladdin came out in
80s.
92.
92, and you were born in 87, but you said you were 7.5 years old celebrating
Right.
the release
It
of
wasn't
Aladdin.
from the launch
probably
of the
came
movie.
out. It came out in America.
you gotta remember
then,
he's
and
in
then
German.
German version
2
came
years
out
later? No.
when it was.
Come on.
I mean, it was the most
Plausible
recent Disney
deniability.
movie. That's the reason.
Wow.
Good save from your lawyer, Mr. Larson there.
Don't talk to these people ever again.
Joe, what are the 2 dates that are your birthday?
July 7th and August 7th.
Why? Why the fuck?
So,
Why 7s? Why 7,
The-
7, and 8, 7?
because 7's a lucky number, and in my WoW guild,
Were you
they would
not
have
born on the
cash
7th?
prizes.
What is your real birthday?
That is, I'm gonna have to consult with my lawyer, Mr. Larson. That's on a need to know
Is he
basis.
allowed to lie?
Neither of those are your real
Is
birthday.
he allowed to lie in his truth?
I will
Who's
say
saying
this.
that they're lies?
Wait, so I'll clarify this. If you have a
144
truth,
episodes.
if you've been given a truth, every single detail of your true story must also be true.
Okay.
Unless
But
you were
are you-
very obviously joking about something.
Yeah.
and-
Starting now
I-
and going forward.
Are you
just so
saying
don't
though
have to-
Yeah.
that both the 7th of July and the 7th of August may not be your actual birthdays? You just have possibly invented them both.
So 3 birthdays, but discussing
3.
them as 2 birthdays.
Yes.
Okay.
Wrap your head
why?
around that.
Why
So-
multiple birthdays?
Separate groups of friends. Some gifts from them. Some gifts from them. You gotta make sure you have to hoard the wealth like it's
You're a
a
very selfish
mount-
person.
No,
Yeah,
that
I've
is-
done
most
it for a
certainly.
long time.
most
that
certainly.
doesn't work. If I have 2 groups of friends, say I have Plat Chat and Tactical Crouch, if I say my birthday is July the 7th, I still get 2 sets of presents. If I tell these guys it's July 7th and these guys it's August 7th, I still get 2 sets of presents. Just
But
one
you
of
don't
them's a
get
month
2.
later.
You don't get 2 birthday parties, though, Josh.
True. See, now
don't
you're
get
thinking.
cakes?
Now you're
As if
thinking.
that
You don't
was
get
What's
2
that whole
cakes.
this
You don't get
on?
2
Was it-
ice creams.
Was it purely just wanting to get separate gifts, or was there actually a premise to you deciding to have?
I
2
just
birthdays?
love the spotlight being on me at all times, so I had to make sure that this group of friends looked at me for that week and that month like, oh, yep, we gotta remember Joe's
You guys
birthday.
are just-
You sound so confident in this, like you've gone over it with a therapist and is now
Regardless, you
proud of
guys
it.
suck at telling the truth. And I think that's the game now.
All right.
I don't think it's Joe.
I I think it's about time that you guys can probably come to a decision. I'm going to run the poll.
What are you guys thinking?
Discuss.
I forgot what Johnny even did.
Johnny was running
was
a music
Napster.
channel when he was like 16, and he was
shit.
uploading
Yeah.
music.
Johnny, what was the graphic that you would run on the screen?
It was like an equalizer. It was like an equalizer, and it had like visuals on the equalizer. So like
I don't think that's,
when the
there's
bass
no
would
way,
come
man.
in, it's like bing, bing, and then the lighter tones would like go different. And you could change it, like the color of it, and like the density of the volume bars, and like the particles around
Okay,
it.
I've heard
and
enough.
so I changed it for every video.
I've heard
That's
enough.
why it would render.
I think Yiska is telling the truth.
I think
we
Yiska
vote
is
that they're
too,
all
but he lied
lying?
about the year because he forgot.
Oh yeah, I think he just forgot about the year
So
that,
you guys
that
have
it was going
come
on.
to the conclusion that it is
Or
Yiska.
Germany is literally 2 years behind everybody else.
Yeah,
Bren thinks
I think
Yiska.
we're gonna go with Yiska.
Okay, all
Final
three
answer.
of you think Yiska. I have to wait for the poll to end before I can actually reveal the answer because I don't want to give.
Maybe that's the time
Chat
to
free.
tell you that my Fitbit just told me I'm done with my workout for this week because my heartbeat is so high.
No, you fucking idiot.
That is fair, Yiska. We
it
do
is
have
too
200
late, though.
viewers. You're not
It's-
accustomed to that, so
yeah.
understandable.
It is too late. though.
Johnny, that's really
The
weird
poll is
because we get
over.
200 viewers when Bren and Sideshow come on the show, but not really when you do.
I have stopped Lilac from rigging the poll with his channel points because I used to get only 10 viewers before for this, so he's the only person who has any points. He just gave like 8K for the last poll, so that's no longer possible. The chat also
Why?
thinks that Yiska is the one telling the truth, and you are both in fact wrong. Because that's right. When Johnny was 15, he started a music YouTube channel.
You didn't do it in After Effects. You couldn't
got
have done it in
over-
After Effects.
I think it was After Effects. I think it was After
It was
Effects. Yeah.
Sony Vegas, and you don't lie to me about that.
No, it was not Sony Vegas. It was an Adobe program. I strictly remember an
Adobe
Adobe
Premiere
program.
or something.
No, I don't
Must
think
have been
Premiere was
After-
it.
After
No,
Effects is the
because
only one
like,
that does that, so it has to be that
Yeah.
one.
and
None
so
of the other
what
ones
happened?
even
Can't
do
render
that,
a-
so.
Thing
Initial
that
release
Not really an
1993,
anima-
27
not
years
really
ago.
an animatic like that.
So what happened was I was around YouTube and I just stumbled upon like a music video where this guy had this like video template of like an equalizer with like fancy lights or whatever. And there was
Chat wants
2012,
the
so it's
link.
like internet was pretty young, and so I was like, holy shit, this is like looking pretty good for the time. So I just stole his template in After Effects, and then I was
my
so tired of
lord.
like bad quality music videos on YouTube. So like 16-year-old self was just like, I'll just take like the high quality
Johnny,
version and
chat
upload
is
them myself. So
demanding.
the viewers get like the proper best audio quality with a really cool visual. And I'll just steal, like, I didn't think about DMCA at the time. I didn't think about, like stealing people's content.
Is
I didn't
this,
think about it. I was 16.
Bad
Does it say you got the
Pachimari.
name Reinforce?
No.
The fucking FBI is gonna open up your
But-
doors right
Bad
now.
Pachimari. Bad
Calling it.
Pachimari. If you need anyone to find that channel with you, I'm all here.
Listen, chat really
Gonna
wants
make
you to
epic
drop
shit
the
for
link.
next season.
Chat
Okay, you
wants
could have
to
just
drop the
asked
link.
about the name. You could have just
We
asked
did ask
the
about the name. We
Jump
did.
it
Yeah,
right
but then
now.
you got interrupted. Okay, so here's the best part. 16-year-old myself tapped into the marketing genius, which is me, Reinforce. It's like,
Hard boy
what are-
music on YouTube.
Hard boy music. What are the most commonly searched terms on the internet?
Holy shit, he did SEO.
Horn music.
Porn boy.
The answer is the brilliant me who thought, what are people typing into the YouTube search bar?
Hard Boys.
Online music tracks is the name of the channel.
You're a genius.
With any like underscores or anything?
No, just
No
online
points.
music tracks.
All right, I wrote, according to my calculations, it'll take his Overwatch League's Power Rankings videos approximately 84 years to achieve the same level of success. That was my joke for that one. Fucking. Sure.
So we need to cut that like time in like half for the next round, right? We've got way too long.
Dude, he peaked. Holy shit,
Peaked?
has
Oh my
chat
God, we
found it?
found it.
I think chat
I
found
have
way.
thought a few times. What happened if I actually would have continued it and actually gone down the hole. Obviously, DMCA would have come after me at some point.
I was gonna
but
say,
I could
you may have
uploaded-
won-
It's actually
I could have
you.
built a platform and have like
That's
amateur
actually
people
you.
like Monster Cat,
Yeah.
You may have won the battle here, in streamer capers or gamer capers, but I will make sure to send some lawyers to just
Look
review
at
that
this
channel.
shit. It's actually
I mean,
Johnny's fucking music.
Someone link it right now.
It's
Someone
in the
link
chat.
Everybody's
Link
doing
in
it.
the chat.
Music.
it. I didn't have the chat open when it was posted.
He doesn't know how to
Someone repost.
operate
You stole
these weird
Deadmau5,
chats.
you stole Swedish
There you
House
go.
Mafia. You're a fucking
That
menace.
was right when it was released, and I just capitalized. Boom!
In
400
the
views.
about, you've got
Also,
a
this
Q&A, and
equalizer
it
looks
says,
like shit.
who
When
are
you're doing-
online music tracks? Online music tracks is currently run by Jonathan, a guy from Sweden with interest in electrical music, mostly house, drum and bass, and dubstep.
Why didn't we actually go to the YouTube channel for that, guys?
That would have been
You
shit.
didn't get the
Come on.
name.
Come on.
Couldn't
I
find it.
blame the
There you go.
Pringles can guy.
That's some reinforced lore for y'all.
That is
All right,
amazing.
very cool, very cool.
All right.
Let's move on to the next round. Round 2.
Second
Let me go-
round.
Dude,
All right,
there's
I understand the
3.
game now.
There's
Yeah.
actually fucking 3. So Tactical Chat is leading by 10 points. Dude, yeah, I mean...
Are we
this
on
one-
negative points?
No, you're not on negative points because Chat didn't get it correct, but you did get it wrong, so you have 0
Idiots.
points. So you have 0.
Sorry, Chat.
Tactical Chat has 10. And if Chat got that one right, you would probably be at around negative 20, I believe. So that'll be fun.
Damn.
Okay.
Vote with us, chat, and you're gonna get so many points. You're
I
gonna get
am
sick of getting
sending
points.
your statements again to
Yeah, now that
Team
Joe's not
Plat
throwing,
Crouch.
this will be an easy one.
Joe, 2 selfish birthdays. /
Yeah, I don't
3
know
selfish
what.
birthdays.
I was trying to
I
string
respect
something
it.
together.
And you put him a month away.
I was like, well, if they ask me about like astrology, I was like, well, they're all Leos, so it's all working. Yeah, I don't know.
Astrology.
This
That was
group
your
is
first
very-
thing.
Hey,
When you Yiska, Bren,
bulletproof.
and just yes,
I thought you guys got me because Aladdin couldn't have been out by the time I was 7.5. So I was freaking
Fun
out
fact,
that I.
the Yiska story is actually a true story from my childhood, and all of his details were correct. It was someone from my apartment building, and it was like a random guy just handing out balloons that gave me the balloon. I threw a fucking tantrum. I was a nightmare child.
I mean, I'm sure Yiska
Checks
was
out.
too. He
I
just
was like-
didn't
I was
lie
like
about
7
being
though. I was like
5 while watching Aladdin when he was 7.
Right, yeah. I was like 3.
It probably came out
All
then.
right,
What a
Plat
lie.
Crouch, read out your statements. Josh, would you like to go first again?
Sure, absolutely. I have never used a fire extinguisher, but I have had one used on me.
Okay. Bren?
I have vomited in the Philadelphia Fusion house garden.
And John?
I don't want to. I shouldn't have sent this to you. I genuinely love Nickelback, but I have had to hide my Nickelback vinyl collection from my wife, who is in the other room right now watching the stream.
Yikes. So the truth comes out.
Whoa.
Okay, we can
That
speedrun
was
this.
so intense.
John is lying. We speedrun this. Okay.
What? Was my writing that bad? Damn.
Right. So.
I mean, there's only 2 choices, right? Because Bren couldn't tell the truth twice, right? I mean, even though it is very
so
likely he
the
vomited.
reason- the
in-
reason I
It is
have-
plausible.
The reason I have 3 rounds is because almost all of you have sent me multiple options. And if you are one of the few people who didn't, I would advise you not to disclose that information because then you can metagame if you do. So
No,
just-
I sent you.
I feel like
sent
you're
you
lying
it.
to us.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Don't.
Really? Oh.
No, I'm not lying to you.
Yeah.
The vast majority of people did send me multiple. But
Right.
1 or 2 of you didn't, and I don't want you guys to find out who
Right.
didn't, because then you can metagame. So just don't say it if you're the one who didn't.
Right.
But
so
we
Brendan
do have
threw
3
up in a
rounds
garden.
now.
Okay, wait, first we gotta clear things out. Sorry, here, Yiska. Sorry. I need to know, why is Nickelback such an emotionally, like, heavy topic?
So
They're nowhere near as good as the Hard Boys.
here's the thing. I need you to look at this photograph. And every time I look, it makes me laugh.
I hate that you know.
What?
Because so here's
Those
the
are lyrics, Jonathan.
Yeah,
Keep
I
up.
know there
So-
were lyrics.
When
so no
when
joke,
online
again,
music
so,
tracks,
so
you
there
should know
was
this.
there was some truth about
We
hard
must have
boys.
stolen some
Hold
Nickelback
on.
in the
So
past.
hold on. So there was some truth about Hard Boys in the sense that I did play in a band, and it was a largely Christian band. Nickelback at the time was one of the only like secular bands that played Christian music that you could do like human video to. Do you guys know human videos, or is that like way too secular?
No idea who that is. What that is.
It's drama
Could be
club.
anything.
Anyways, it's
okay.
basically you play out religious themes to music. Anyways, so Nickelback was one of the few songs like Nickelback, Linkin Park. What's the chick who
Evanescence or something?
Evanescence? Yes, thank you.
Oh
my God.
Evanescence.
Johnny's tracking.
So those types of bands were largely like Switchfoot were largely okay for us young conservative Christian kids
In
to
rural
listen
Minnesota.
to. In rural Minnesota, I mean, so to be fair, they wouldn't let me get a DC Talk album, but they would let me get a Newsboys album. So I don't know.
This is how you remind me.
Blue gets it.
Interesting.
So, anyways, so Nickelback, I get it. There's so much hate around them, and I honestly get it because they also came out around like some really major bands who are doing the exact same thing, but not sounding like this. But as a Christian kid, that was what I could listen to. So I listened to that,
Playing
and
the
I
religion
still
card.
Right.
Again.
Okay. Let's not
Where,
run
where, no,
our
where does your
time
wife
down.
come into the
Move
picture?
on.
Why? Okay, well,
Have
Yeah,
you met
we
my wife,
should move
Katie?
no.
Yeah, she seems
Okay.
she seems like the
not-
person to.
You would remember
Really?
She is
Johnny
not a
had met your wife, Katie.
Nickelbacker.
Let's
She's
just
the
put it
type
that
of
way.
person to throw a full carton of milk at a Nickelbacker. Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, let's move on. What I don't understand is how could Bren's story be true without Johnny knowing?
What do you mean?
I mean,
Well, Johnny didn't know about my Gloucester Police Academy days.
Yeah, but that was not in the shared life experiences you have had.
We've shared that was a hard dig.
So
I mean, honestly, Yiska, like
you
I'm
guys
so
in the
accustomed to
house
Bren
all
throwing up that he could
together
just
the
have
whole
forgotten
time?
about it. Like, we
were
could
they
have been-
partying this hard at the Fusion House? Would that come out now here on
This
this?
is a question for me.
They
format?
held a few parties.
Yeah, really.
Who are
How do
you interrogating
How do
here?
you even know that it's a party-related vomit? It could have just been a sickness.
Yeah, maybe he
or
just got
food
sick.
poisoning.
Second place parties are huge.
He would have
Everyone's
said that
answering the
though.
questions
Now,
for Bren. Bren hasn't answered any questions here.
I'm just trying to clue
It's just a dumb line of
Yiska in.
questions.
You know?
I just had
it's
to
also
fucking shut
it's
it
also
down.
probably we
Am
all
I being
know.
interrogated?
I feel like
No,
Bren is
apparently not. Everyone else is.
Bren is not productive enough to send in 2 facts, and considering we got him once, this is already a lot.
metagaming, isn't it?
This is metagaming.
This is
This
absolutely
is metagaming,
metagaming.
and since the vast majority of you did, I can tell you Brent sent in 3.
God damn it!
Yeah, get shit
Write
on.
a fucking
Wait, can-
novel, Bren.
So, yeah.
Are you gonna
Okay,
ask
so
me-
what did you throw?
And
What
he's
did you
not
throw
even
up
the
from?
only one.
What did I throw up from? Whiskey.
He's not even the only one.
Just pure?
All right.
Yeah, so we were. This was in the Super Bowl of 2018, and the Philadelphia Fusion were hosting a Super Bowl party. I don't know if you guys remember that, Josh and Johnny.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
remember
and
that. I
do
was
you-
there. I remember you throwing up. Yep.
Do you remember though?
Not because mine's true. No, actually, I take that back. You never threw up because mine is true.
Do you remember the how out of hand it got? Where we decided that it would be a good idea to Postmates $200 worth of Jack Daniel's whiskey. Oh no, sorry, it was Jameson's whiskey, and play beer pong with it.
Beer pong with whiskey.
Oh my
That's a good
god,
idea.
I do remember this. Oh,
Yeah.
you've awoken horrible memories in my brain
Yep.
of drinking
It's all
whiskey during
coming
beer
together.
pong.
It was that
I
night.
don't know if you puked, but Jesus Christ, that was a horrible night.
Yeah,
That was shocking.
We got through like $200 worth of Jameson whiskey.
Wow.
And yeah, one of the areas, I can't remember what bush it was in, but I definitely chunned it all over the flower bed.
So, considering you're not allowed to lie, I can, of course, ask you which players you were drinking with, right? I would be doing investigative journalism, right?
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Who invited this old man?
And I would answer, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I was too drunk.
Very convenient.
Do you remember who played in the Super Bowl, Bren?
The Eagles, I think.
And who did they just played with themselves, or?
Mate, I have no fucking idea. I'll give you another fact though that's gonna make you.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Jacked
it?
off.
No more time. We got no more time, or we'll just go cut off the questions. Do I have to keep asking?
I
Is that just wishful thinking from
I
you,
think
Bren?
you should move on. You should move on to Josh.
I thought
because
Baby
don't
Blue
think
said we
you guys-
were
Okay, let's go to Josh.
Yeah.
Let's go
We're
to
still
Josh.
on We're still on Bren?
You
All right,
still
let's go to
moving
Josh
on.
then.
We're moving
Yeah.
along.
What was your
fucking
The fire
again,
extinguisher.
Josh?
Yeah,
What was my
fire
prompt?
extinguisher. Yeah.
Yes, it was. I have never used a fire extinguisher, but I have had one used on me.
In what fashion?
In the fashion that someone pointed a fire extinguisher at me and used it on me.
Why?
That is the
Alright.
fashion.
In 70s retro funk fashion. I don't know what
Yeah, right.
Why?
Where were you? Okay. Why, yeah.
I was in school. I was in the school grounds. Why? I don't know, because it was not me that used it on myself. But if you're trying to go down the avenue of was I on fire or not, no, I was not on fire. I believe it was for a giggle, as they say.
A hearty chortle.
Who did it?
I had a
Me
friend called Mike at school. He was a dumb kid, and I don't think he knew how fire extinguishers worked. He used to buy my sandwiches, and for some reason that day, he decided to squirt a fire extinguisher all over me.
Buy
yeah.
your sandwiches. How much did you sell the sandwiches for?
Like, I don't know, £1.50, I can't remember.
So, what kind of was it? Foamy or was it like powdery type of stuff?
there different
Foam, yeah, it was foamy. That one.
That doesn't sound very plausible, to be honest.
No further questions, sir. No further
All
questions, sir.
right, no further questions. Come to a fucking decision then.
It was like a huge amount of not quite as creamy as shaving foam, but it was like, you know, a bit more kind of
Aerosol.
and then
Yeah.
it was, and then it left like a white residue all over me, and I think I had to go and change into, you know, like how every school has a PE closet with just gear that people have left over, and the guy had to go and get changed into some of that.
All right.
Right.
Come to a decision. The polls
okay.
rolling.
Okay, Johnny,
So
we
I'm
gotta
gonna-
take your lead here. You gotta tell us what is plausible.
The Nickelback story sounded pretty plausible, and it seemed
I don't
like
believe
pretty
he would lie
heavy.
to his wife. That's
Lie? I mean, you know, you can hide stuff from your significant other.
just
You know, there's no
not telling the
lying
truth.
involved.
It's very
you know,
Christian to just
I-
not tell
I-
the truth.
I think it sounds pretty plausible. Could Bren have thrown up? I don't think. Okay, here's the thing. I don't think Bren would have thrown up in the garden because he's pretty self-aware about his actions, and he genuinely likes the people at the Philadelphia Fusion House. I think he'd feel very like remorseful about that. I don't know if remorseful, but like
I
guilty
did
about
apologize
it.
to Tucker in DMs.
Okay. Still, though, I think drunk Bren would have been like, oh, I can't throw up in the garden, you know, like I can't do that to these guys who invited me over. You probably would have thrown up like in a restroom or something. instead.
I like where your head's
I mean,
at.
we
The
did play.
details.
Chat is
We did
done.
play whiskey pong.
That does sound pretty
True.
drunky.
Whiskey pong.
I'm going with the Nickelback story here.
All right. Chat
Ye-
thinks Bren.
Okay.
Johnny thinks Nickelback.
Volamel?
What about the rest of you?
I'm gonna side with Johnny. I think it's one of those ones. I think Bren did throw up, but I don't think it was in the garden. Sideshow's kind of felt pieced together. John's is just too kind of out there, and I think he tried to play it up. He tried to play it up like a lie by like, oh well, you know, I don't want to say this because my wife's in the other room, but yeah, I
She's
think it's
literally
fine.
watching the streamer.
Sure, I'm sure she is.
Yeah, no, so
get it.
you can have an awkward conversation after this. Yiska.
So who are you
Married
saying,
forever and ever. That was
I
your
think
vows,
I'm
so.
siding with Reinforce. I think it's John.
Okay. Your teammates both think it's John. Yiska, are you going to go with them or against them? Because you get the final say.
Look,
Yiska,
if it is
I just want to say,
John,
Yiska, I
I'm
respect
getting-
you as a captain. If you want to go a different avenue, I stand by
Yeah, go
your
for it.
decision as
Yeah.
captain. So do what your heart desires.
I feel like it's so unlikely that John would hide the Nickelback thing, and that entire
that's
part
true, yeah.
of that story is like maybe that is him, but I feel like that would probably, if that's plausible.
No one
Other-
even
other
asked if you had
questions?
a record
I feel like-
player.
I feel like Sideshow has understood how this game works and adjusted his strategy. So
From what to what?
Metagaming.
Yeah,
What
metagaming.
to
all right.
what, you little fuck?
dude, I already have the spreadsheet open. I don't know what to tell you. I'm
just-
taking notes.
Just fucking make a guess for your stupid team. You stupid
Yeah,
fuck.
really.
So fucking German.
Fuck. Good lord. Cut us some fucking
God damn it.
slack.
See
You
that now
should
this
be
is the
drunk for
social
this.
pressure.
If I ever invite
Because
you back, you better
somebody.
be
one
ready
of
for
the
this.
one of the strength of the Germans is that they adhere to the group, hence why we're not as fucked as the rest of the world currently. So I guess I'm going John as well.
All right.
locked in.
So that team is going John, and I can reveal that chat went Bren, you guys went John, and in fact, Josh has had a fire extinguisher used on him.
I redeemed myself, guys. I redeemed
There we
myself.
That was good. That was
Although
good.
back
he's
in.
never
That was a
needed
tough
one in
one. That was a tough
Overwatch since he's never been on fire.
But
Yiska
I do
should've
know
gone
all
with
the
himself.
secular
He had the
Christian
read.
rock bands. If you want me to
God
like
damn it.
make
had
you
to
The
read.
walk away from the
So this
computer
means
really did it for
No more
me.
points yet
don't want-
again. And now you guys have a chance to catch up to tactical
Okay.
chat. So
Babe
you
Blue,
can
I will
tie it up
say,
here. What's
I
up?
know you're freaking out about us running over time and stuff. You know, we could probably cut the third round, go into some other game. Just chill out. We got this. You know, we'll play some games.
Sure, yeah.
Don't freak out. Don't
I
freak
def-
out. Okay,
yeah.
we're not
Tell
gonna
her,
go.
tell her what
Let's-
else how she should run her show.
No, I actually.
I'm just trying to be Swedish, calm person. You know, calm things down. You know, be
I'm just
a nice
messing.
I
dude.
know that I appreciate that because I actually do love this segment, and I was wondering whether or not you guys would like to do a round 3 of this or go into
yeah.
another game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is really
We
good.
should
on,
we
John.
should commit though to like cut it in like a quarter.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give
Yiska?
you. Okay, so round 3 will be a
Yeah,
really.
really.
lightning
What?
round.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lightning
lightning
round.
Like,
round.
yes,
Here we go.
just
Just
listen,
speed
you
round.
don't need
Okay.
to just ask the fucking
So-
question
Yeah.
for
I'm
once.
gonna do.
John.
I'm gonna do these ones, which is not a lightning round, but you know, keep it crispy. And
Yeah,
then,
John, cut her some slack. She's already running a better show than Tactical Crouch. So you know, just we're doing
You know
good for our
what?
first try here.
Sure.
If running a better show means more views, sure. But if it means being right, then I disagree.
All right, I sent all 3 of them to Yiska because I'm a moron.
I'm like, what?
That's fine. It's not the end of the world.
So is he.
Okay, so Yiska, would you like to read yours out?
Yes. While naked in a public shower at a CS event, I was stared down at point blank range by an equally naked superstar APER.
All right.
Okay.
Joe, would you like to read yours?
I sure do. I intentionally don't wear thick coats in extremely cold weather so that other people think I'm cool.
All right. And Johnny, would you like to read yours?
Whenever I met a new person as a kid, the first thing I asked would be if they play WoW, and if they did, what race and class they were playing game. And if they said the wrong answer or a class and race I didn't agree with, I would just stop speaking to them and just never interact with them again.
Are we ready to vote? I feel like we're ready to vote.
I'm really not. I think these are all believable.
No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe
but
Yiska's a
yes,
little less.
I agree.
Okay, I
Okay.
think let's.
I'm letting you
Yiska.
run
Oh,
the
go
poll.
on. Let's start with Yiska.
Yiska.
Sure.
What
yeah.
event were you at?
That must have been IEM Hanover 2010.
2010. Okay. What? Who was the star APER that's staring you down while butt naked?
It was Markelov.
Markelov. Okay, and why are they using a public shower at a CS event rather than going back to their accommodation? Why are you doing that? Why is anyone?
It was 2010 and nobody had money in esports. So we were in a really shitty hotel that was sponsored by ESL.
Which hotel?
I don't know. It was like it's a motel more than anything. Like it's
What
like
country
I
are
had
we in here?
Hanover, so
Motels,
Germany.
So.
Germany. Okay. Does Germany have public showers in hotels very
Or
often?
even in motels?
It's motels.
Motels.
Sorry, motel. Yeah.
But even still, do you have public showers in motels? I feel like you might do in like a dorm or like a
Yeah.
hostel or something. But
Where
Yeah,
was this
it's like a
again?
hostel type in Hanover.
Hanover.
Bren's
Okay.
super sleuthin'.
Well, how many other
Bren,
people are in
you-
this public
I
shower?
think we googled the
He's
same
super sleuthin'.
At the time, only me and Markelov.
There was just the two of you. Why were you staring him down, and why was he staring you down? Why is that a very German thing to do? The British would avoid all eye contact in that situation.
No. You gotta
Wait.
make eye contact and not.
So I went into the shower and started showering. I was already, like
as showering.
wet ass
people do.
player manager, and I forgot my shower gel. So I went shit and turned around, and Markelov comes, approaches me, looks me straight in the eye. I swear he didn't blink once. He holds out the shower gel, turns it around. I hold my hand under the shower gel, say thank you, and start showering.
Were the team making content? Is this the beginning of a porno?
who was filming?
It was dire days in the CS 1.6 scene.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No further questions. That is absolutely
Yeah,
batshit
move it along.
insane. Joe, most people grow out of this habit when they're, I don't know, in their early teens of not wearing a coat. Don't you live in a part of the US where it gets to genuine negative temperatures Fahrenheit?
Yeah, I'm from Michigan, still live here, born and raised. It's pretty cold here. It's pretty chilly. And yeah, I just refuse to wear coats. I just
Even
have
today.
I just don't wear them. Just kind of walk outside. I'm like that guy that goes to the supermarket in shorts. I'm just big chilling.
Have you ever been to a Midwestern state, Josh?
Yes, I've been to Chicago, but not during the winter. Never during the winter. It
We
gets
pride
cold, though, right?
ourselves in our.
brutal.
We,
It's also
but we
windy.
also pride ourselves in our skin.
It's also incredibly windy.
You get right now? I've been in California and Denver for the last 10 years, and so I need a coat for.
Right. So
everything?
you're saying this
Yeah.
would be a popular thing in the Midwest?
It's
You acclimate for sure.
Plausible.
It's plausible.
Okay. Why do you do this, Joe? Is there not a part of you that knows that people don't really think you're hard for doing this?
I definitely agree that people probably don't look at me as a hard boy for Jesus, but it's
You
just
can
kind of
say
a
my
thing
name.
that I've always done.
You could say my name.
Rather
Just
I know
something you've
people
always
are
done.
God, but
But surely you saying this out loud makes you realize that it's a ridiculous concept.
Oh, I know it's ridiculous. It's completely irrational. I just do it anyways.
Why do you draw the line? You always wear these Plat flannel
Flannel,
tops. Yeah. That to you doesn't be considered a coat? That isn't
No,
like
I mean
an
it's
extra layer?
rolled up. It's just I don't
you
know. I
have
just
the
throw
heat
it
on in
on.
your house right now, and how hot is
Oh.
the heat in your house right now?
I'd have to get up and look.
Do you just
I don't
pop
have
into
a
the fridge
concept,
every
man.
now and then to stock up on hardness factor?
It's not that I it's not that I enjoy being cold. It's just
Rub
I
ice cubes
don't
over your nipples just to show everyone how hard
make
you
sure
and they
they're
are.
just diamond cutting just at all times, erect.
Sure, why
one might
not?
say.
Do you live for the moment where someone comments on it?
Oh, just nothing reaches the peak more than somebody like, hey, that guy not wearing a coat. I bet he fucks.
Have you ever actually impressed anyone? Do you think?
Ever in my life, or just not for wearing coats?
You
From not
somehow
wearing a
spent
coat.
more time questioning him than Yiska. I don't know how this has happened, but you spend more time questioning him
No
than
way.
Yiska.
It hasn't been that long.
Yeah,
It's just
but-
tough to get any info here.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
hard.
there's not
'Cause
much.
there's
I mean,
no
what info is there to get?
Have you
don't
met
know.
Vane Joseph Volamel Franco? He's not Vane. Let's go to the next
Yeah, I
person.
don't think he's vain.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
know.
As a Swedish
Johnny.
man, this is very relatable.
Johnny,
I love this discussion.
At what age did you grow out of this habit of asking new people you met whether they played World of Warcraft, and if so, what race and class they played?
I started playing WoW when I was like 10, so probably around like 14 or so. I stopped this habit, I think. It was some.
Did you have many
some, like-
friends in those 4 years?
No, I didn't. So we used to have
what
like a
did you
gaming
play?
circle. Gaming
Thought you
circle.
weren't helping.
Me? I used to play a gnome male mage. That was my first main.
What kind of mage? What class?
No, a mage. There's just one
mage
mage in
buns.
WoW.
That is the
Okay.
class, John.
What
Yeah,
would
that
you?
is the
Could
class.
you give me a?
Respect, right?
Can you give me a very quick?
subclass, like Arcane, Frost?
I
What?
don't think it really
Oh.
mattered back in the day.
No, you'd swap around because like there's different specs are better at different times in World of Warcraft because they changed the power of them, right? So like I
Hold on,
still remember
what
like
year
Wrath
was
of the
this?
Lich King, I played like Arcane. Fuck, when I was 13, 14, 2008, 2007.
Right. So you hadn't
Okay.
started your music channel yet. That all tracks.
No,
That all
I had
tracks.
not. No, I was
So-
slightly more obnoxious and dumber at
Alright.
the time.
What? Can you give me a quick tier list? If you ran up to a person, say you ran up to me when I was 13 and I was Swedish, and hello, Jonathan, and you say, what do you play WoW? And I lie to you because I'm trying to be
Yeah.
your friend,
You
and I'm
guys
like,
should do a
yes,
roleplay.
of course I play WoW. I don't know why that's my
No,
Swedish accent.
this is good. Keep it up.
Essentially,
Do a roleplay.
if you are a night elf male hunter, like get out of my face. Like you're
Yeah, where are the
literally a
bodies?
waste of space.
So
Like
do you say
what does it need
get
to
out
be,
of your
though?
face,
What does
or
it need
do you
to be?
just walk away?
what do you mean it does need to be? Sorry, Baby Blue is talking at the same time.
No.
What were the best ones? Do you mean?
What is the cutoff limit? What is the worst class that someone can be where you're still friends with them?
The cutoff.
That's a good
Probably
question.
like dwarf male paladin, I think. Because like it has some coolness factor to it. It sounds they're a dwarf and they're a paladin. Usually you want your paladins to be human, because that's just better. Like they have better racial
Okay.
traits and whatever, so they make you better at the game. But
this is
dwarf
not
male
giving us any
paladins, like
information.
dwarf males, are like
He's
in
buying
general
time. He's buying
pretty
time.
like you look down on them. So
Why?
Johnny, can you
Hey,
can you
what
tell
does
me
this
what
do?
is
Because he's
no,
tall.
they're just dumb. Like if you play the game long enough, you start to notice tendencies with some class and race combos. And
Johnny,
night
okay.
elf male hunters are just
Next
Can you
dumb.
question.
explain to me?
Okay, fine.
Can you explain to
Fine.
me what was the most adverse reaction you've had? Explain to me the story to somebody. You know, have you got an example, an anecdote?
So there was this guy who was really obnoxious in class. So we'd have like a gaming circle, right? Like we all had like gaming circles, and there were like usually like 5 to 8 people. I was in a
Circle
class
jerks, yeah.
with. I was in a class with 20 people, and like the class above me was like 25 or something. So we're pretty small classes. Like we didn't have a ton of friends because remember, small village. But there was this like outsider guy who tried to be one of us like World of Warcraft people. I didn't have a ton of like World of Warcraft friends to begin with because they used to play like Counter-Strike or Heroes of New York or whatever. And so whenever they would play WoW, which they did sometimes, I would be very elitist about it because I would know everything and they'd ask me questions and I'd be like the WoW guy, right? And so I decide who was cool and who wasn't in that sense. So I thought anyway, you know, I was elitist and dumb and
Also
nerd
the
at the
biggest
time.
child.
But an outsider tried to like join the circle. His name was Jack, and I remember he tried to be part of like the circle. And when he brought it up that it was a night elf male hunter, I just remember just like walking away from him, just like completely ignoring him, because he was like, oh, you know, I want to be part of like the group or whatever.
put the
And I
poll
remember
up.
time just like walking away. I think it was like we used to have a break at like around 10 a.m. between the first and the second class, and we were on the schoolyard, and I just like walk away from him. I just walk away, and he just pretty upset about it. I don't think we ever talked about WoW ever again after that.
All right, that's enough of that. Make a decision. The chat has already decided. Although not a lot of people voted that time, so maybe I'll run another one.
What do you think, John?
So I think Joe's safe. I think Joe's definitely lying. I thought that.
Have you
No,
ever
I
seen?
can't make
Have
that
you ever
joke.
seen Joe at an event? You must have met up
No,
with
we've
him at
never
an
met.
event, right? No, you never met.
Keep dodging each
No,
other.
so here's the thing. His premise
Polls
is
back up,
plausible.
chat.
His stories
Go again.
sucked. And that was kind of the thing. Because, like, yeah.
I think I am leaning towards Joe, honestly.
Are you?
Leaning
That's
towards
fine.
Joe?
I think
Sometime-
Jonathan has a hint of truth to it.
When he said
Yiska's is
male
so
night elf
bonker.
hunter.
Yiska's is so bonkers. And he's just like, I don't know. Just
You don't
shared
think
an
I would come
intimate
up with
moment
that?
with
What
him and
Yiska
Mark.
does is he drenches you in details.
Yeah.
the
No,
And
I
think
He's the
it's
metagaming.
You think it's Yiska?
Yeah.
What do you think, John? Bren thinks it's Yiska. Where are you going?
I think it's not Joe.
All right, wrap this up.
I think it's Yiska. I don't think it's Johnny because I think there isn't the best lies have always got a hint of truth in them, as they
I
say.
think Johnny believes that. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But I don't think.
I
just
think it's
can't see
almost
that
too
happening.
truthful to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
but-
agree with
and
you. I don't think it's Jonathan.
I think Yiska has. Because he's been talking this entire fucking time about metagaming. I think he's trying to metagame us by not giving us much info, just being like, yeah, you know, ridiculous story, zany, wacky, do-do-do.
Also,
I think-
what are the
I
chances
think
of
his might be
Germans
Yiska.
taking a shower? So.
So you both going with
Together.
Yiska?
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
going with
that I would
Yiska.
choose, given
Josh?
where we all are, I would choose Yiska.
Josh,
Then let's
you
go with
can
Yiska then.
All right, going with
No,
your
let's
team.
go for it. I didn't think it was, but let's go for it. I'm
So
trusting my
chat
team.
has gone with the reinforce, and I can tell you the chat is wrong. And the correct answer is that yes, Yiska has touched tips with Counter-Strike's finest. I'm sure he was in his element after all that time he spends watching esports while hanging dong alone in his room.
Dude, it was literally the breakout tournament of Na'Vi. Nobody knew who Markelov was. Like, this is the first event that they popped off. I think they actually won it even. And like,
And you gave him
by
some
the way,
inspiration.
that's, you guys know, he saw the op, you know. But that was, by the way, the same event. I don't know if you guys know the Riotcaster, Azael. That was the same event that Azael became a world champion. And that's where the meme is from.
All right, so you guys.
See him in the showers as well.
Oh my
Yeah,
lord!
no, I didn't.
Thank you for the sub. You guys, I love round 3 and I love the idea of a lightning round, but it's one of those really like it would be more fun if you guys really went into it and did it for ages. So I'm just gonna save it for a rainy day if you guys ever want to do this again. So for now, we're gonna head on to the next segment.
We're tied though, 10-10, right?
You
We're at
are
least
certainly
tied.
tied 10-10, and I should
Okay.
definitely
Excellent.
PC win 10.
Then I will be okay with it.
So now you guys are totally tied, and you can definitely start to craft a lead here. So this next game is called All Hail the Algorithm. Both of your teams get the same prompt. You then have to select a different word or phrase to go before or after the prompt, and I will check which one is trending higher on Google Trends at this current time. Chat will also guess which one of the two teams they will think will win in a poll before I reveal the answer.
Okay.
And if chat
Right.
gets the team that will win right, something happens that I can't remember, but we'll figure it out.
Points,
wing it.
probably.
I'll pet you all gently in the head. So
You have to
yes.
ask Katie.
You guys will go one at a time, but there are 2 words, so you will both get a chance to go first. So I'm gonna open up the ye old Google Trends over here. Your first term, and Team Plat Crouch
Is
gets
this
to go
something
first.
that we should not have the stream open for?
You can have the stream open. That's fine.
Okay.
So
Well, in
your-
case the like chat spoils it or something.
But like no hands or something, so we can't look for ourselves.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna
no,
Google
yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah, we're not gonna
don't
Google
worry.
it,
Come
yeah.
on,
Yeah,
honor
yes,
rules. I trust
Come
you guys.
on.
You'll be
I was gonna
fine.
say, sounds
I
like
don't-
Vain Joe.
I don't suspect
Sounds like
any
something
foul
Vain
play
Joe
over
would
here.
do in his
Your
flannel.
first term, Team Plat Crouch, is Pog.
Hog.
Your term's Pog.
And
So
we
you
are
put-
supposed to.
put
We're
something
supposed
in
to find a
front of it.
word or a term in front or behind.
Yes. So you know.
Does it have to be
In terms of
separated by a
starts?
space?
If
Do I
if-
just-
They do.
yeah.
Okay.
So
This
Does it have to be
Easy, guys.
separated by a space?
Yeah,
I mean,
it
you
does-
think?
it-
Do you
it
think
does
it's
not
just
ha-
champ, Brent?
it
Yes.
does not have to be separated by a space.
I absolutely
sorry.
think it's just champ.
Clarification. Is it like the trend today, or is it like
Yes, today. And
the
current,
peak? Okay, today.
No, not the overall peak. The current most highest trending term.
The current.
Can you
I
change the root word from singular to plural?
Yes, they don't have to be separated
Like
by
pogs.
a space, but if you put something
So like
behind,
if I said okay.
so
So
for example,
PogChamp or by Pogs.
no, you couldn't do by pogs because that's putting something in front and behind. You have to pick one or the other.
So
so
it would
I
have to be
can't make
by
it-
pog.
Yes. It would
By,
have to
so
be
I
by
can't
pog
make it
or-
plural. I can't make it plural and add a word.
Yes.
I think poggers might be higher than PogChamp.
That's an interesting question.
Really?
Most recently, I think it might.
Yeah, Captain, listen, we can go with you. The trouble
you
is,
think,
we're not
John?
really well suited for this. We need Jaws here.
Yeah,
He's fucking
absolutely.
fully tapped into the Twitch, you know.
Are we missing some major word that ends in pog?
I don't think so.
I don't think we are.
Ends in, starts with.
It's up to you, though. You might think of something.
What do you think, John?
I thought of a
PogChamp,
few things when
poggers?
I was writing this, but I don't.
I personally think that PogChamp is higher, even though Poggers is probably more meta. I think PogChamp overall
All right.
in the Google
There we go.
algorithm, because who's Googling Pog? If you're saying Poggers, you're probably
I will
not
say
Googling
these
it.
trends are not just Google searches. These trends are stuff that Google has just cataloged across the entire web. Like,
I would still say
Yeah, let's go for
Pog.
PogChamp then. You both
PogChamp?
think PogChamp? We'll go for
No,
PogChamp.
I think Poggers now.
You change your mind on me.
I don't-
Why do you think
I'm
it's
fine
poggers if
with
it's
not-
trolling from everywhere in the internet?
Yeah,
There was all that
poggers-
drama about the guy behind the
Chat is
face of
spamming
PogChamp as
Pogtate,
well.
and I just that email.
Okay, yeah, whatever, Captain, you choose.
Let's go for PogChamp.
Okay.
All right, PogChamp is in Team Tactical Chat. What would you like
So-
to go for?
I think we need to think wider
Yeah.
and
agreed.
outside of Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
There might
Where
be
are you
something
getting
like Pogo
Pog from,
Stick
huh?
or something. Pogo Stick
Whoa.
or something like this.
Yo.
You totally can do that.
Okay. So yes, I agree with you.
Genius.
I completely agree with Yiska. But
Pogo
I don't know
Stick's
if
more
Pogos.
in-
I don't know if Pogo Stick is
more
it,
popular in
but
Twitch,
you know.
Yeah. We gotta figure something like that out.
I like where your head's at, but
We may have fucked this.
I don't know if
Fallen
Pog.
straight into the trap.
I don't know if Pog is like a word in a different language, and like there people Google Pog in like.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm
what
You're
I'm
relying
sure
on
it
your own
is.
knowledge here, so whatever it
Yeah.
is.
my brain immediately went to like champ. Poggers,
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's a
Poggy, sort
veil
of
of
I
like-
was
disguise
baiting you
put in
guys in.
place.
Sure,
but
yeah.
yes, and obviously Sideshow and Bren has completely taken the bait and just gone with
It
it.
could also end on Pog.
It could
So
end on
Yeah, but
Pog.
like what words end in pog though?
It doesn't have
Give
to
me
be
a
a
few.
word. It can be 2 words. It can be like when I was
You could probably make some
this,
first name
I
that ends in
thought of
Pog, like some
Big Pog.
Russian
That was
journalist
one
or
Maybe.
writer or something.
Oh yeah.
Strupog. I don't know. I just made it like a name. Strupog.
I don't know.
Vladimir.
Pog.
Vladimir
Stuart's
Pog. No, you can't.
Vladimir
Who knows?
Pogton.
my brain just went Poggressive.
Vladimir Pog is a really big tennis player.
Okay,
You guys can go for
I got
that.
it. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Fire.
Okay. I've got it. Okay. So it just so happens that on the keyboard layout, T and G are next to each other. Yeah. Ooh. So what if?
You cannot
if-
edit.
What if? Well, no. I'm not editing. editing.
Sure.
But what if we went with like Pogato as someone who misspells potato?
Yeah. Do that.
More people misspell
Misspell potato and put
I vote for you to do
Pogato.
that.
Googling some recipe or something.
More people
Yeah.
misspell potato than look up PogChamp.
Yeah.
How many people Google potato? Millions of people
A lot.
Google
It's true.
potato.
It is a gambit. It is a dice roll.
I think you go for that, yeah.
Yeah, probably go for that one.
That one sounds good.
I can.
You'll
Okay,
Yeah,
potato
whatever.
that
I'll
one.
do it. I'll do it. Whatever the fuck you want. Are you going with fucking potato?
No,
I know.
a suggestion.
Make up
Merely
your
a
goddamn
suggestion.
minds.
I think
problem
you're
is,
outside the box.
I'm kind of leaning to Pogo Stick. I liked where that was headed. I like that a lot more
think-
than Pogato.
I do think
I
that
don't
we're
have a better one though.
yeah,
Is there
exactly.
brands? Any brands
People
that's
are
called like this?
Googling Pogato in chat right now to fucking.
It's either that or like
Boosting the
Pogs.
algorithm, boosting
Break the
it.
game.
I do think that
That's-
naturally my team is at a disadvantage because we have 2 people from Tactical Crouch and we're talking about algorithms on Google
True.
Trends. So
we
obviously,
can't get that fucking straight.
exactly, yeah. So we're at a bit of a disadvantage
Fucking
in that
make
regard.
up your minds.
I
God
do
damn
think
it.
that I would second Pogo Stick.
Okay.
But do you just want to do Pogo though? You don't want to do Pogo Stick because then you add a word.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Pogo.
Yiska, make up your
Pogo.
fucking mind right now for your team. Go.
Yeah,
How do you spell
should
it?
we
2
just go
G's or
Pogo?
1? 1 or 2 G's?
2.
We could have just
I think
let her
it's just
decide
one.
and take the better one. you know, you kind of cornered us into our dyslexic demise.
Tell me
God
in
damn
like
it.
5 fucking seconds. 1 or 2 G's.
Yeah, Jessica, go.
1G.
Okay, 1 G. We're
Damn it.
going.
I don't know how
Pogo
to spell Pogo.
absolutely fucking demolishes PogChamp. It's not even close. It's
there it
7th. The
is.
scale, I will
Can we
tell
have
you,
a half an hour to discuss next time?
The scale, I will tell you, is relative. So it's not like absolute values. So it's relative to the highest peak. So Pogo peaked in July 2020. So that's what the scale is relative to. But
How
in the
much was
relative-
this?
In the relative scale, Pogo scored a 74 on Google Score, and PogChamp scored an 8. So absolutely demolished there.
God, we
You got Sherman so hard right there. It's actually
Yeah,
crazy.
we really
What,
are.
was
Outside the box.
Poggers
Well, now you know
above
the
or
strats.
below PogChamp? Can we
Now
know
you
if
know the
Poggers
strats.
was a?
Yeah, sure.
Can we know if
you know.
Poggers? Yeah, I would like
Poggers?
to know if Poggers or PogChamp.
And
was higher.
Pogato, please, too.
Poggers,
Yeah.
Poggers would have beaten PogChamp by a considerable amount.
Wow.
Wow.
But it
Can you
would
do
not have
Pogato?
beaten
I would have
Pogo.
felt better to win with Pogato, to be
Sure.
honest.
Let's look at Pogato.
Was
Why not?
beat PogChamp?
No, Pogato scores a literal 0, and it's never scored in the entire history of this fucking stupid ass. Chat wants me to add Pogo Stick as well. Let's fucking add
Look,
Pogo
you
Stick.
gotta think outside the box. You gotta
Pogo
add
Stick.
like
All right.
Oh, Pogo Stick
gotta
is
add
only
extremes to
barely
the
above
spectrum.
Pogato, so we're gonna.
Oh,
learn about
wow,
it.
we
Wow.
dodged the bullet.
So we're gonna start this from scratch.
Well, it makes sense
win
because
10.
it's like you literally go Pogo,
Let me check
and
my
it's
next
Pogo
term.
Stick, Pogo
All right.
Cake.
Very cool,
It doesn't
KickedTripod.
matter.
This conversation is great. Wonderful. I'm sorry, I love you. So your next term, teams, is Jet with 2 T's, and Tactical Crouch gets to go first. I mean, Tactical Chat gets to go first.
jet in 2
Okay, so
T's.
Jet with 2
2
T's.
T's.
So like the
Can you
Valorant-
just not do anything? Can you just say jet and be done with
you
it?
have
Or do
to
you
add
have to?
one.
No,
You have to add
I'm
one.
thinking like guide.
Jet space.
Oh, fuck.
No, it's not
Okay.
guide. It's not guide.
No?
The fun thing is, I should know this because I'm pretty sure I did SEO for a jet piece like 2 weeks ago. God damn it.
Jet.
But with double T, right?
Jet.
Yeah, like
Jet.
the Valorant character.
Look, I'm just putting it out there. Push comes to shove. There's probably tons of people misspelling jet with 2 T's. So
You
it's
and the
jet
misspelling, just like Pogato,
plane.
right?
Jet plane. Yeah, but jet plane, you know, there's probably
I
tons of people
mean,
who spell it with 2 T's.
It's the curse of the giant hands where you just like constantly like fat finger on a normal keyboard.
Yeah. I'm just putting it out there, you know? Jet plane with 2 T's, plausible.
So
I
think
agree. You have
it's-
to think general.
It's probably something stupid like best jet.
Well, you have to remember, you don't have to get the best one. You just have to beat the other team.
Beat the other one.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But
We
no.
could
What
just
I
put
mean
jet
is,
Valorant. No, that'd be too specific,
You
wouldn't it?
could put Jet
Yeah, I
wait,
think
no,
that
that
might
could
be
actually totally work. Yeah.
You could put
Jet
Jet
Because
Valorant is-
would you then pull Valorant as well?
What do you mean? Then just
Like if,
No,
you,
no,
if you're
no,
putting that in
no.
the search engine,
Yes.
Oh.
you see what I'm
Really?
saying?
Wait,
Like you
what?
pull Jet and you pull Valorant, like as the list grows,
So
like at
we
like page
just
like
go-
75.
I will say that.
So we
if you
just go
put
jet Oprah and win? Is that how it works?
Oh, okay, maybe not. Yeah.
No. So when you do
Thank
this
you,
on
German.
Google,
Election, yeah.
I will say
Jet
when you do this on
politics.
Google Trends,
just Trump.
when you do this on Google Trends, it searches it as a term collectively. So the more terms you add, the less popular it's going to be.
Does it matter if we put Valorant in the back or front?
No, it doesn't.
Like
You can-
Valorant jet?
You can choose whatever you want. I will not. I will not.
That might be
dictate.
Yeah, but
better.
does it impact the trend? Is what I'm asking.
I'm not gonna fucking tell you
Can we
if I knew.
can we go jet space?
What?
What the fuck is that? Like, what's the
Space
thought
key?
process
God,
there?
it's so
No,
boring.
space key.
You can do it.
Come on.
You can do whatever
You
you
can,
want,
but
you're-
nobody will
It
let
wouldn't
you.
work.
Friends will
I say we do Jet Valorant.
Jet Valorant. Okay. Fucking-
Because
you guys fine with
look,
that?
okay,
Yeah, I agree.
I
agree.
Okay, specifically as well.
Don't need
because
justification,
it is
it's locked in.
This trend, yeah, but I'm just explaining the decision. Because specifically, it's trend this point in time, right? So Valorant stonks are going through the roof. Now
Right.
would be the time to Google Valorant Jet or Jet Valorant. Sorry.
I
Yes.
will say, having looked it up, it peaked in June 2020, and compared to its peak in June, it's only 18% trending compared to how high it was in June.
18%.
Wow.
Compared to how high it
I
was
feel
in
like
June.
you shouldn't tell
Dead
them
game.
that.
Have they already locked it in?
They're locked
No,
in.
Yeah,
They're
we're,
locked in.
we're locked in.
They're
Yeah,
locked
we,
in.
Oh,
we
okay.
can't do
They're
anything.
locked in.
I feel like you shouldn't tell you guys that.
What did they lock
No,
in?
because they got to choose first last
What do you
time.
think,
I mean-
Josh?
I mean, I don't think there's going to be a better term to do with Valorant. So I think we are, in order to beat them, we're looking for a term that is similar
might
to
be
their
one.
pogo. Why? What are you thinking? Tens Jet? Tens is kind of popping off on YouTube. Does that
Can I just
factor in? I don't think it would.
Say what you wanna say.
I don't know if I want to say this because
Say it. It's going to be hilarious. I know.
What are you thinking?
Say it.
porn.
You're allowed.
I think
You're
that-
allowed.
I didn't even think about that.
Big
You can
brain.
search Jet Rule
5
34.
head.
You can search Jet Porn, Jet Rule
Oh my
34,
God.
whatever you want. It's allowed.
I agree with you. I think we should go with some sort of.
God, I think you might be right,
concatenation.
though. I think you might be right. I mean, if you
yeah.
chose the
Porn
right
is
term,
higher than Jet Valorant. I want to.
I haven't found a whole lot recently though.
the thing is,
I'm just gonna be honest. There's just not that much out there.
I'm struggling to come up with any other words though that
Okay.
include JETT.
Well, there was-
There's the
there's
word
a US,
jettison.
There's a US, yeah, US
Jettison
cartoon. Jettisons
is my choice.
It's a cartoon.
Oh, that's a cartoon.
The cartoon is with one
Jettisons
T.
is a
Yeah.
is a cartoon.
It's a.
Why,
it's
what
a-
is it?
No,
What's
it's
it
with
about?
one T and it doesn't have an I.
I think it's
just the
with two.
Jetsons.
Oh, it's
Jet-
It's just the
Jetsons.
Jetsons. No,
Are you
it's just the
sure?
Jetsons.
Jetsons is not there, but jettison
Jettison
is a
I mean, jettison is a
commonly
word.
misspelled word
Jettison.
that
but no
I
one's
would
Googling
Google
it.
to know what it is
Yeah.
and how it's spelled.
You
Okay.
think there's that many people googling it for the definition?
It doesn't
I
matter
was just
about
saying
how
that's the
many
only
people
word I could
Google
think
it.
of.
They just take it from
Oh,
everywhere
right.
on the internet. So just
I
how
mean,
many
it's a
people are
popular
saying
word.
jettison
Wow, it's
in
not
general?
that popular actually. Jettison.
Fuck it, jet porn.
I don't. You want to go with the jet porn?
I mean, I think
I was
that's the
wrong
only
last
thing.
time, so I'm gonna. I
That's
won't.
desperation, dude.
You're not gonna
I don't want to know where.
You're not gonna go for Rule 34 or I don't even know what other
Go
terms you would
basic
use.
here, Josh. Go basic.
Jet,
Why? You gotta go.
Reddit,
You gotta
Jet,
go wide.
YouTube.
I am actually in
Jet
disbelief.
YouTube.
You think that more people Google Jet Porn than Jet Valorant, the game itself?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
because you're trying to
asking
get that
just set up
cross
the-
section between people who like to see fighter jets fucking. You know what I
I
mean?
think this is so wrong, but I'll go with it. if John wants
They
to
call
go
that
with it.
dogfighting style.
Incredible.
I hear.
I was.
they
Here's
call
the
that
thing. I feel
dogfighting
bad
style.
because I was the most wrong last.
I mean,
round.
I just don't know how we beat Jet Valorant. I think that might be the only
Make
way.
a fucking
I think-
decision.
I think that
I think you have to do the pogo stick, in my opinion, and go with like jettison.
Okay, well,
something,
Josh is
but
the captain, so
No,
Yeah,
wait
you are
there,
the
wait there,
captain,
wait there.
Josh.
John, I need an answer from you.
I
need
said
to
jettison.
consolidate.
I said
I'm
jettison.
gonna go with jettison. I'm gonna
all
go
right,
with
then
my.
Bren has been overruled. Jettison.
I'm fine with being overruled.
Yeah, they
It's
threw. They
actually
threw.
close.
Jet porn was
It's
100% bigger.
actually close,
Wow.
but Jettison beats Jet Valorant.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
At one point,
Use the
Jet Valorant
internet.
was higher. At one point, Jet Valorant was higher. Not even that
Where
long
was
ago.
Jet porn? Where was Jet
Yeah, where was
porn?
Jet
Yeah,
porn?
where
And
else
then
did you put it?
coronavirus happened.
Oh
yeah.
god.
Nowhere to be found. Lowered the whole time.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
It's only
hilarious.
Bren that's thirsty.
Really?
At least there's a
Jet
pulse.
Porn. Wait, Jet Porn has
Where was Jet Porn?
predated Valorant. Like it's predated the game.
Actual fighter jets. Bren was right.
Who the fuck?
Jet. No, isn't Jet not Valorant also?
Can we move on?
Okay,
Jet
so we're moving on.
Cinemax. Yeah, we're there.
So,
it was a TV series
we're
in
technically
2019.
out of time. And with that game, I believe. What was it?
Do we want to do one more?
You're
Does
tied
someone
now.
have to go?
There's one more game. If you guys have to go, then I will gladly end it here. But I have another game that's a quick, like, rapid fire one that if we can decide who wins, because you're right now tied up.
All right, let's do that. That sounds good.
Rapid fire, yeah.
Okay, sweet. So let me just hide this. And
Yeah, yes,
close that
rapid fire, you know, quickly, hastily.
Yeah. No,
with
literally,
purpose.
you get 60 seconds to do this one.
Per person or per team?
I've tried this with Yiska before. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, I'm stopwatching.
I will
you,
get Eric
so
on counting the amount of seconds everyone talked if you guys don't stop.
I'm stopwatching you, so it's going to happen. So how this round works, this next game is called Call and Response. Teams takes turns to play this game. I will read out the first bit of famous caster calls from the Overwatch League, and your team must finish it. Any of you can shout out the second half of the call.
Does it have to be word for word?
What?
No, as
I'm
long as
so
you get
trash.
as
Oh,
long
I
as
can't
you
do
get a
this.
couple of keywords from the rest of the call, I will give you the point.
This is what I was fucking born for.
Do we have like a buzz in or something? Because otherwise
No.
we're just going to shout over
Yes,
each other.
you can just shout over each other. If I hear the answer, I will go to the next one. And
Right.
you have 60 seconds. So, you
Which
know,
team's going first?
So I think team. Let's let Team Tactical Chat go first for this one.
Okay.
Because you guys have been going first every time. Are you guys ready? I'm going to start.
This is gonna be such a disappointment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get 2 points for each one that you get correct. All right?
Right.
Are they okay? So are they they have to be specific to Overwatch, right?
Yes, they're all from the Overwatch League.
Right.
Not from before, not from contenders. Famous calls from the Overwatch League.
Specifically Overwatch League. Oh,
Yes.
my
all
God.
God damn it!
three
Half of
I
you
don't
guys are
any
always
of
in
these.
mute land, dude. How
I
would I
don't
know?
watch. Yeah, I don't watch Overwatch League unless Sideshow's streaming it.
Me too, but Sideshow actually
rough.
plays the casting on his stream as well. Just a little bit. Alright, here we go.
But he's talking the whole time.
We're starting.
Income.
3,
Yep.
2, 1, go. The Philadelphia Fusion, they've seen the cheese. Next, not many Widowmakers would go for this play. Not many Widowmakers would go for this play.
Next.
Next,
No.
can he get over the roof there?
You gotta know what that one is.
He gets
That's
barraged in.
iconic.
He gets barraged in. This is a bit ballsy. Fisher takes him down. Here comes a Riptire. Profit. A pick here could be.
Massive.
Devastating.
Let's throw it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, history has been made. The Shanghai Dragons.
I've won that
Or
first game.
0-42.
Yes. Okay. Fleta now taking the clutch into his own hands. Come the fuck on.
You guys
Oh,
are always in
Youngjin.
mute land.
Yeah, I don't.
Youngjin. Oh, Youngjin.
He steps off the cart.
Yeah.
What is the
but-
word that he says? What is
Yeah,
the
what-
word that
what
he
is-
says?
what's the
C9s.
following?
C9.
Too fucking late. The timer
Young
went
Jin
off.
and Cloud9s.
I'm not giving that to you. I'm not giving that to you.
Give me the points.
They were so easy. They were so
That was
easy.
horrific.
I mean, I only got like 2 of them though. I only got like 2 or 3
Oh,
of them.
the actual phrase is, that's a good old C9 from Achilles.
I got most of them.
Yes, that's a big
Really?
old C9
Damn.
was
Really?
that
You
one.
got
I think so.
Yes,
yeah.
give it the points.
That's a big old C9. Fine, you're malding. I'll give you an extra
Don't give
one.
me the
Yes.
It was
You
like
missed-
right
you
as the
missed
clock
the,
went. It was a buzzer
If
beater.
we
It was
cry
a
for
buzzer
points,
beater.
do we get points?
Yeah.
Sure.
my!
What a play! What a grab!
Yeah, but that was
what a
after
play,
the. Can you get over that roof? That was what
Yeah.
that one was.
Yeah, that's what that one was. That was.
Oh,
that was
really?
iconic. Yeah.
Oh my!
Can you
What
get
a
it?
play! What a
Okay.
grab!
That's
Yeah,
a
okay,
word
I
for word what
would've
it
known.
was.
Wow.
Yeah. I would have known that, but yeah.
I'm gonna shut up. Brennan.
So
Brennan
I'll
Johnson.
do the
It
It
I'll
also
do
has
the
to
rest
do
of
with
them.
intonation because the intonation is a little bit different. but yeah.
I'm trying to read them as best
you.
as I can from memory. So with the intonation, but you know, who knows?
Not for them now.
No, I did for you
Subtract
as
all
well.
your emotion for
I
reading.
did
No.
for you as well. Just not screaming it.
Read it as a German.
All
That
right, so
reads as
now
an
for you
excuse.
guys, I'm going to read out the rest of them, and then if we run out, I will go back to the top so you can pick up. But I won't do the ones that you just told me that you got. Obviously, I'll skip over those
Relying
ones.
on you here, Bren.
All right, are you ready? 3,
Yeah.
2. That's not correct. That's a minute. Okay, let's go. Okay,
I don't know this
That's
one.
not correct.
3, 2, 1, go. A whole hog victory dance for Super.
No.
Carpe, what are you doing? This is unbelievable.
Unethical.
I would call this the merry-go-round because...
They go round and round.
Because
What
it makes
was-
me feel good.
What was that? And then he throws it aside.
The grab.
Yes, but what does he say?
On
What does he
Rialto
say?
last.
The word.
What a whip.
Too late. Okay, Ikeo with a blade. Will it be enough? Pulls it up.
He's got to go huge.
Bren, this is you. Yes.
I know
this
it's
time.
me. Yeah, That's
A golden stage.
You think I'm masturbating
Shut up.
over my own
Shut
castle
up.
call?
A golden stage. A golden crowd. A golden stage. A golden
A
crowd.
golden stage for the San Francisco show.
Yeah, San Francisco show.
Don't give them the answers. Are you kidding me? This guy is going to single-handedly change the point back to NYXL.
Oh, is he?
Big Boss motherfucking Pine. That was Big Boss Pine.
Big Boss Pine. That
Wait,
was
is it
so
only their
long
team?
ago.
Can I answer too? Because I'm just throwing
No,
out shit for them.
you're giving them free fucking
This
points
was
right now.
way
okay.
harder.
Yeah.
Points.
How
was
dare you give
incredibly
Bren
hard.
his own
I
call?
tried to
Right?
that's
Getting
done.
your
Sorry.
own was hard.
Sorry, am I
I tried to
expected to
stop now.
fucking? I'm not sat there.
This is
Tell
this
you
is
what,
just
tell you
like
what.
this is just scientific
what.
proof that even casters don't know what the they're saying.
Yeah.
You think I'm sat there rewatching the EQO play, being like, yeah, this was
I
your
think it's your
fucking peak.
Bren,
think
the
it's
answer, Bren, the answer for the EQO clip, the answer for the EQO clip was a 1 kill, 2 kill. How is that fucking hard? Like what? Nobody got headshot after headshot. Nobody got big old C9. Nobody got
I got big old C9.
nobody got Pine as a living highlight reel. Pine is a living
if you
highlight
Would
reel.
you say
on
that we
Junkertown? Really?
C9'd
Nobody
this
got that one?
segment?
If you
Yeah,
played the
absolutely.
clip and then paused it, I think we would get
Yeah.
more.
All right, maybe
I
next
think
time.
if you play-
I don't
maybe
agree
next
with that
time I'll play
entire
them.
round. I don't think
Okay,
they should get
sure.
points. Can we play another game?
Sure, we can play another, we can play another game. We can play another game. We- so
I
then-
think you scrap their points. This
Ah,
I agree.
That's a foul play. I'm hearing here. The ones that were left that we didn't get to was Prophet. Are you kidding me? On a zone, the lone sniper, and then we have Erster with the stick, 4 kills, nowhere to defend themselves. Erster just aced it from Hex, and those are the last 2.
I swear to God, I would be better if you'd said things before the Overwatch League. My
Okay.
brain was just
Yeah.
waiting
Yeah.
there for like,
And if you
put
said
your
it
goddamn
earlier.
headset on.
Yeah, put your
Geyser.
Yeah.
Like,
I was waiting for the Mitch one of he's hosing them down. Oh, it's clean
they're
indeed.
clean indeed. That play was nothing but dirty.
Can I say it was really, really difficult
Brought to you by
pick
Intel.
them. So, yeah, maybe next time I'll play clips or we'll do a different esport or something. Maybe we'll just scrap the whole segment.
That's okay. Just get rid of their
I'm gonna
points.
start watching Overwatch League with
we
sound
only have 2
on
segments
just for
left,
this.
and you have about 20 minutes before first strike starts. So we'll maybe just do one of them. So this one is, it's basically a true or false. So I'm gonna read. The game is called The Numbers Mason, which is a Black Ops reference.
Right.
So I will read you out a stat, and you guys can argue about whether the stat is true or false. And it's the stat from the Overwatch League. So the first one is the average first death rate of all players in 2020 was 8.5. The third highest first death rate is Gig with 15.8. So those are true facts. The true or false is, given that the average is 8.5 and the third highest is 15.8, LH Cloudy has a first death rate of over 20%. Is that true or false? Go. Discuss amongst
who?
yourselves.
LH Cloudy.
Which
LH
team?
Cloudy.
So which team?
Oh,
for,
actually.
for the LA Gladiators.
No.
No. For which of
Which
our
team in this-
teams?
Oh no, you
In
both
this
go.
call.
Oh no, I think we
both-
just
we all
discussed
discussed.
amongst
We
ourselves.
all
Yeah.
discussed it.
Let's
You all
all
discuss
talk
this,
over each other
but-
at once.
Yeah, you all discuss
But
this
we're
together,
discussing.
but you have to come to different conclusions or the same conclusion, basically.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave my mastermind statistician Bren on the case while I quickly out for a moment.
So he didn't play a lot, to be fair.
Stats lab is too
but
slow.
So-
he did
But
play
that
at least 50
extrapolates
fights.
stats.
He did
Yeah,
play at
that
least
Right.
I don't
52
even know the
fights.
question.
He was feeding a lot on like Junkertown
Yeah,
and
that's the
stuff.
question.
That's
Is he a
right.
feeder?
Yeah.
That's basically the
Yeah,
question.
the question is
Is
Cloudy. a
LH
huge
Cloudy a
fucking-
feeder?
No,
I
not
vote
just a
yes
feeder.
for our team.
Not
Here's
just a
the
feeder,
thing.
but almost
Okay.
double a feeder of the average league. Almost
Yeah, I vote
double.
yes for our team. Yeah.
Right.
They only subbed him in for some
Fucking
niche
great.
shit.
He's
and he
just
died all the
tilt
time.
answering at this point.
No,
He's
no,
like
no, no,
tilt
I'm
feeding. This is like
listen,
going
go with
all
the
in on
gut. You
poker
go
on a
with the
bad
gut.
streak.
I'm going with my gut. I'm going
I
with
tend to
hard
agree
yes.
with him. He didn't play a lot.
yeah.
No, he didn't
Yeah,
play a
but
lot,
he-
okay? But here's the case. He did play a flanky Rhine, but playing a flanky Rhine implies that your team does not have a shield.
No. Do you
Right.
remember they only subbed him in for the Fortnite strats when they were like playing May and trying to crank 90s on King's Row? Like
No, they played Junkertown too, remember?
Yeah,
They played him on the
ignore
Paul.
Junkertown. They definitely fed when they put in.
Why the fuck am I helping you?
I mean, we all have to discuss it.
Well, yeah, we're
just
all
discussing
discussing
and
amongst
then-
ourselves.
Kind of.
Yeah,
Sort of.
You are.
John, what do you think about the matter?
The team captains
So
voted
first of all, I think that Blue's
Blue, you're robo-host
robotic
again.
microphone is amazing.
great.
Second, I think that
Yeah,
I remember
are we
LH
set?
Cloudy playing
Yeah, you're
one
good, you're good.
time in like week 1 of Overwatch
Yeah, he
League
did.
in Nepal.
But it was at least
And they
50
did
team
okay.
fights that he played. At least 50.
Mate, I think the answer is yes. He's a feeder.
Okay.
Oh.
I think that because you think it is yes, it's actually false, but don't take my answer, Team Captain Josh.
What did you qualify
Well,
that he
then
would be
true.
the worst feeder in the Overwatch League?
So
Is he number one?
The only
Would he
two
be-
pieces,
Well,
the
it
only
could
two
be
pieces
2
of
or
information
1.
I gave you, the only pieces of information I gave you were that the average across all players in 2020 is 8.5%.
Right.
The third highest of all players is Gig with 15.8%.
Gig played
Is-
way more, right?
Yes. So
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Cloudy higher than 20%? Is
20% is
Yeah, I think
That's a
so.
lot.
20
It
or
is a lot.
15.8?
No.
Gig had 15.8. He's the
Yeah.
third highest.
yes, Gig is a
They're both
So
feeders.
the question
third
is,
highest.
did Cloudy feed more? Is he the 2 spots, or is he one of the 2 spots above?
Not
Gig?
just more, significantly more than the third highest feeder.
Yeah.
Our team says true.
True.
I'm not as inclined to actually believe this. I do think that there are probably some extrapolated people who would play like 55 fights or something and just
Did
trash
LH
people.
Cloudy sponsor this show?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Also,
Just-
LH Cloud is not
just
a
your
bad
studio
player. Like he plays whack and he plays
No.
Ryan, but he's not like a bad Ryan.
Cloudy,
He's
if you're
not-
watching, my Venmo is baby fucking blue. Hit me up.
Who else? Okay, so I guess maybe the better thought process would be, who would you put above him then?
Yes.
Who are
There's some
Ryan's?
uprising have like some wrecking ball dude
We
who
don't
played for a little
have
bit.
You know what?
9 hours, Joe.
Yeah, I
give
know,
you-
that's the problem.
I will give you a clue. The second highest. The second
A
highest
clue
player.
after they've given their answer?
The
Okay,
second
fine,
highest.
Fuck it. I won't give you
Right.
the clue. I'll tell you after. You
No,
tell me
give
answer.
us a clue.
No.
Give us a clue.
You locked in. They need to lock in, and then we need to go.
Yeah.
Right. So the thing is, small sample size leads towards the probability of it being.
That's where
right?
my head. Yeah.
But that could be Blue thinking this and playing us.
oh my god, shut
We've
up.
played
Okay.
Jackbox with Blue before, yeah.
Here's
You
the
went
thing,
Robo
okay?
again.
Robo.
There are so many players in the league, and you're saying that LH Cloudy is one of 2 players who has a higher first
Right.
death than. That's so statistically unlikely,
it is
considering how
tough.
many garbage players there are in the league. Like I don't really.
Let's say no.
Who else?
I don't know.
Who else
It'll
would
be
you
more
put
fun
above
if we
us?
say no.
Yeah.
So,
Say
so
no.
you're both going no.
No, we went.
They
No,
said
they
yes.
said
they
it
went
was true.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Josh
so
went
Plat
yes.
Do we want to go? Do we
Crouch-
going with no, Yiska?
Too late, because
Do we go
Plat
no?
Crouch
Okay.
are
Yeah, we go no.
correct. He
Who's
did
that?
in
Oh.
fact
Hey,
feed.
that's us.
He did in
We
fact
got it right.
feed
That's
more
us.
than
Wow.
20%. So
Wow.
Heck yeah. This
your
guy
last
is also
chance to take-
sassy in like stream clips after that. Wow.
Yeah, that's
so your
unreal.
last chance, tactical chat, to catch up at the end of the show, the very end of the show,
Oh, God damn
is
it.
this final fact, this final stat. True or
Okay.
false? Tayo is the only player in Overwatch League history to have a positive team fight win percentage if he dies first.
Wow.
No,
Tyler-
there's not.
I'm not
Wow.
prepared. I don't feel
He's the
emotionally or
only player in
physically.
Overwatch
Didn't
League
the
history.
Titans have like a fucking crazy stat where they like, where they would have like, maybe.
It has to be someone
Can
with
we
small
answer this?
sample size.
Yeah, you can. No, you both have to come.
We
Yeah,
can
yeah, we're all
answer this,
talking.
but bear in mind,
Yeah.
when we answer it, they know what we answer.
We
Yeah,
should
there
answer
is.
first, though, because otherwise
Yeah.
we can just mirror them and they can't.
Right.
Yeah,
we
right.
should answer first.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
Yeah,
should.
very anti-competitive.
That's a good
I
point. That's a good
think
point.
the answer is
Content
yes.
over.
You think it's true?
Yes.
You think he's the only person? I reckon there might be one or two others.
I mean,
think
the only
it's-
thing I can think of is Bumper.
What is the minimum fights, Baby Blue? What is the minimum fight
Bumpers,
requirement?
50 team
Overwatch
fights.
League
50 team
quality.
fights played.
Wow.
I'm not contributing towards the reasoning.
I don't think so.
They want to win.
I
real
don't think
bad.
he's the only person. I think it's statistically just
Yeah,
out there.
I think this is false because I think there's probably
Yeah.
one
There's
or
gotta be
two
somebody.
other people.
One or two other people.
What do you
think
What do you
it's
think,
false?
Bren
Yiska?
John?
Hey, what?
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
okay, considering
Okay, we'll go
So
false.
we-
We'll go false.
they go
So-
false, we
so
will
it's
have to
true?
go yes. But let's
thinks it's true.
try to reason for the fun of it why it could be true, right? So, small sample size, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Shock, incredible at playing from behind.
Yeah.
Like,
Shock and
that's
Titans
the-
both.
Yeah, but
I
that's
think the reason
it
isn't
cannot
that-
be Bumper. It's virtually impossible for it
I'm
to be
not
Bumper.
saying
over that
it's Bumper. I'm just saying it could be
It
one
can't
person
be
on
anyone.
those
No,
two
no, no,
teams.
no, no. You can't play a season and have that. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So, if at all, it has to be someone else with a small sample, someone like Apply or something like that, right? Like,
I will
You
say the
take-
previous
Yeah, but they
question-
don't win
in
as
the previous
consistent because you're going to
question, Apply
consistently
was
win
the
Name
fights.
out of your lips.
In
You
the
understand
previous
me?
question, Apply was the second highest first
Oh,
death
really?
rate. in
Oh,
the
wow.
league.
That's funny.
I would have guessed that probably. So
This is when people are like, "Oh, Overwatch analysts don't know these things." Like Yiska just pulls out the number 2 guy. Oh.
Yeah, no, you guys are
See, I
pretty
don't think
smart.
there is a lot of examples because, like, how many other
Yeah.
teams would consistently win without him?
It's fucking 13 minutes to
Yeah,
first
we're
strike.
saying yes,
Let's go.
right?
You're saying
Yeah,
yes?
We're saying yes.
we're
Very
saying
yes.
good. We locked in yes.
And Plat Chat said no. Is that correct?
I mean, I'd like to
Yeah.
say yes, but it would be
Against Bren's best wishes.
unsportsman-like.
I
Fine.
didn't take a position.
Fair enough. So your captain said no, and I can definitely tell you that Tayo is not the only player in history to have a positive team fight win percentage.
God damn it!
Yeah.
The only
is.
other player in Overwatch League history is Rascal
Bumper?
on the Fuel.
Sorry,
Fuel.
dying first and fuel
Rascal
wins.
on the Fuel
I would have
had
never
a
have thought that.
51% team fight win percentage if he died first.
How many?
I didn't even
how many
think-
team fights did he
Wow.
play?
More than 50.
Wow.
I didn't count the number.
God damn it!
That's incredible.
I would have never.
So
I
what you're
wasn't
saying
even
is that we
thinking
won.
that direction.
What you're saying
Oh,
is
yeah.
that we won.
No,
I'm pretty sure
actually,
you
what I'm
creamed.
saying is that, yeah, you did win.
Yeah, we won.
So,
Yeah.
PC
God
win
damn it.
10, and that'll be
Wow.
the game. Thank you guys so fucking much for
That
doing
was
this with
hard.
me. This was so much fun. I hope you guys come back because I have more lies. It would be fun. I think I want to do this more with, you know,
I'll do
with
this
other
every
people,
Friday. We'll
with
just
whoever.
cancel Spike Drop.
I had a blast, basically, and I literally cannot thank you guys enough. I knew it would be fun as fuck, and you guys like took a chance on it, and I really, really appreciate
Yeah, it was a
that.
good time.
Thanks
lot
for
of fun.
everyone in chat. I got a fuckload of follows and subs. I cannot possibly thank you all. You're all beautiful, and I love you. And I can eat now, which is lovely, because I get paid
Let's
jack
go.
shit on internship. Yeah.
Don't forget about the sending me the money on PayPal. There.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely be sending all of you your $100 and Sideshow his 100,000.
Where does this meme come from? I am not the bourgeoisie.
Silver spoon.
Yeah, that's it. If you do, you guys have any parting words? Should I radio Sideshow for your companion stream? Or hang
No,
out
it's
a bit?
alright. I just wanted to say get fucked, Yiska, Joe, and Johnny. Just absolutely blown out. Anyway,
Beautiful.
demolish
that
you
back out.
guys.
Nickelback
God
is
damn
not
it.
that bad, is what I want to end it on.
His
Nickelback,
relationship
Wow.
is ending.
not
this
that
week.
bad.
Start with a lie, we finish with a lie.
I'd like to end it as well, though. But I can't believe you guys voted that it was true that I
Yeah.
Both the Gloucester Police
Oh.
Academy volleyball.
Dude,
Oh, you did kind of prime us. That was the thing.
IQ, you're a middle
No.
blocker. You're literally the guy. What's the guy's name who's the middle blocker in IQ?
No.
IQ? What?
I know who you're. I know who you're
The
talking
Weebs
about.
will
I can't
know.
think of his name.
Yeah.
The Weebs
Shout
will
out to the
know.
Weebs.
We
out.
don't need to discuss
Weebs out.
it. Weebs out.
You kept priming us like, oh, you'll never guess it. You'll never get it.
It's
So it was
true,
like something
actually.
so
I
unbelievable.
was trying to mind game you all. Oh, fuck, I
Yeah.
outplayed myself.
You really did outplay it.
Tsukishima. Tsukishima. K.
All
Tsukishima. You
Yeah,
are
okay, Weeb.
say Kuka.
All right.
Oh, we can
Bren.
cut the show.
Yeah, we can cut the show. I'm gonna put some. I'm
Or
gonna
do you
put
wanna
the whole
know
VOD
more
up on
haiku?
YouTube, and I will put highlights up as well. So
Yeah, please do.
I'll post those on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter at babyfuckingblue. Follow all of these people on Twitter at the little things that you've seen. You already do because all of the viewers here came from them. I love you all. Thank you so much.